everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video we're at our animated videos tool and I'm going to be showing you a general overview of the tool. So first over here we have how to create a new project. We have an option to show your projects and also an option to show your encoded videos. Down over here is where you can change the name of your project. So for example, if I wanted to change the name right now, I would just do so like that. Over here is the account I'm logged in. On the right is the save button, and once you're done you can export your video right here. Down to the left we have an option to duplicate our slide. It would create a slide exactly like the one I have, and if I wanted to clone objects to slide I would have to press this, and just keep in mind that it would not get your background if you have a background on your slide. So let's just test it out. It would create a blank slide with the object. If I wanted to copy everything I would just press this one and it would duplicate it just like so. To delete your slide, we go right here. You can just delete your slides through this. And to add is the same thing. You can just click on this button and you select a template. Going to the other corner, we have our library where we can see our characters, our objects, our faces, and etc. All these options. Over here, we can add text. You can choose your font. You can manage your fonts, do all that. You can text align and choose an enter effect also. Over here is where you can choose your backgrounds, and here you can choose any kind of background that you would like. We have a good amount of them. Once you click on it, it will show up on your slide. Here's where you can add images to your slide. You can use from Flickr, from Pixabay, and from also your camera. To add one, you just click over here and insert image to your slide. You can move around, do all of that. Next up, we have our sounds. If you need a sound, you can just search it up over here. For example, if I wanted a car sound, I would just search up like this, and a bunch of car sounds would appear right over here. As you guys can see, I can import the sound. I can also record sound and use text to speech. Going back, we have our videos. This is basically the same thing. You can upload a video from a computer. You can use it as a background. You can also loop it on your background and remove it from your background. Next we're going to have is animations, where you can upload your animation from your computer, and to insert it is right going to be over here. Lastly, we have our canvas effects, where you can see effects over here, or you can also draw one like so. And once you insert it, it's going to go to your slide. Going down to the menu, we can zoom in and zoom out of the frame. We can add a grid. We can also flip the objects that we want, like so. Over here, we can regulate the size of our timeline. We can play our video. We can play from the beginning. This is going to go up to the first slide. We can mute and unmute. Over here is the same thing as the sounds. You can click it, it's going to take you to the same option. We can show camera. I did another tutorial on that. If you guys want to know more about the camera, you can go on that tutorial. And down here is going to be your layer. So for example, I have the layer of this character over here. This is going to be her timeline. And you can select it. You can set her to visible or not, and you can lock it. And lastly, this is the undo and the redo button. If you guys want, you can also increase your slide duration over here and decrease it. This is a general overview of our animated videos tool. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video we're at our app creator tool and we're going to see a general overview of the tool. So this is the dashboard of the tool. Once you click on it, this is going to be the first page that you will see. Over here on the left, you're going to see your applications. You can create a new application right over here. You can also filter your apps right through here. On the right hand side, you can see your total visits, your total installs. You have a graph of your visits over here. You have also your installs with the iOS and Android option. You have your top installs and your top visits. All the way up, we have the dashboard area. We also have the push notifications, the white label where you can see your settings and activity, and my account where you can see your subscriptions, your profile, and also log out. Next up, we're going to go over here and click on the pencil icon right over here so we can edit our app. And once everything loads out, you're going to see over here on the right hand side where we have our editor, users, promote, analytics, settings, and modules. We're going to go one by one on these. I'm just doing a little rundown for you guys. So first on the design, you can see over here, you can edit the design of your app. You can edit the layout, change your template, change the background, do everything. Next up, you can edit the colors. And on the color section, we have literally everything that your app will need color-wise. Every single color that you need, every single space that needs color will be covered over here. All the buttons, all the badges, everything, checkboxes, radios, toggle, everything, you can put a color into it. We're just going to go to features. And features where you can edit the pages of your app. So right over here, you can select the little menu down below. You can select any type of icon that you want or any type of page. Once you've done everything, just remember to save it and go to the next one. Over here in applications where you can select the dashboard or like the back icon for your app. You can also select the icon that is going to show up on the home screen of your cell phone. We're going to go to publication to be the last one. And over here is the last step. You can, once you're ready, you can publish your app. You can see the ID, the package name, the application name, everything. If you want to monetize it, you would do it right here. But this is going to be it for the editor of the app. Next up, we're going to have the users. And over here is where you can see all the users with its ID, the email, the username, when it was registered, and its actions. You can also create a new user right over here. Next up on the promote area, you can see your store's URL for either iOS or Android, and you can also get the QR code to promote your app. Going over to analytics, we have app analytics and feature analytics. I'm just going to show the app analytics because we have a demo on it, and it will show more of how it would look like if you had an actual app. You would have the total visits, the total installs right here, the installs again, the user localization, time spent, and basically every analytic that you would need to see for your app. So next up, we're going to go to settings. This is where you can have your terms of condition, your API keys, you can see your domain, you can send messages to your clients, and you can also have advanced configurations. It's pretty simple. We're going to just go over real quick. Terms and conditions. For example, you can add your privacy policy. You could put a discount if you want, or a loyalty card, and that type of stuff right over here on the terms and conditions. And next up to APIs. Here's where you can see all of your API keys if you'd have some. We're going to go over to domain, and right here is to show your domain name. You can put it and click save if you want, or if you change it, just remember to click save if you did anything to it. Over on messages, this is where you can send a message to your clients. You can just write it down over here, click on send, and it would send it out. And lastly, we have advanced configurations, where you have your advanced application options, your iOS and S descriptions, and also how your orientation settings would look like. If you want something to not show up upside down, you can select over here. And lastly, what we're going to be talking about in this video is going to be the modules. Here is where you have training videos. We have a bunch of training videos if you would like. We also have loyalty analytics. You can import and export users. We have campaign analytics. We have the mega messages, and that is a little bit differently of the messages that we have. We also have the website builder. I'm just going to click on it so you guys can see it. And this is another editor where you can edit for desktop, for tablet, and for mobile as well. You can put blocks, you can put sections, add text, add images. This is basically another editor for your website or for your app. We also have underneath the website builder, we have user groups. We have the app icon maker. I'm just going to click on it so I can show you guys. This one's really interesting. And over here is where you would make a icon for your app. We have a bunch of different icons you can choose from. You can upload it from your computer. You can put text. You can trim the white space. You can choose not to trim the white space. You can add the padding if you would like. You need all of that. This is just a very cool tool that we have inside our app creator. Down below, we also have the mega tags. We have the appointment calendar, the multi-language tutorial if you need that, and also the device preview. And just like that, it will show you a little preview of your app that you already have. So this was a general overview of our app creator tool. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video, we're going to be going over our auto post tool with Facebook. So first, once you're over here on the auto post tool, you gotta go to account manager to connect your account. You're gonna go to add new account, and over here is where you can link your Facebook account. You just gotta click with log in with Facebook, and you can select what pages do you want to use with auto post tool. I'm just going to choose this tutorial test that I just created. Click on done. And now we linked our auto post tool to Facebook. I'm going to click OK, go back to auto post. And over here, we're going to click on add new page. Our tutorials test is going to show. We can just link it like that. It will link instantly. And once you link it, you can start scheduling your posts. So we're going to click on schedule. And today is the 26th over here. You guys can see the little red circle over here. And we're going to schedule a post for today, basically right now, in like 2 minutes. So we're going to click on it. Once you click on it, this screen is going to show up. Over here, you can name it. So I'm just going to put testing. You can choose the account that you're on if you have multiple accounts connected, and the time that you want your auto post to be published. I'm just going to choose 45 because it's 44 right now. And last, we can choose the text. You can also upload an image. I'm just going to do so. I'm going to upload the Builderall logo. And we're going to add our rule. So at 11:45, my post will be posted. I believe it's already 11:45. We can go to home and check it. And here you go, guys. We have our post over here saying just now. It was just posted. Hello, this is a test with our picture and everything. We can boost our post. We can like it. We can do all kinds of things. Let's just go back to our auto post tool. And over here is where you can also schedule for different days. For example, if I want to schedule for the 30th, I can schedule that with the time, with the post text and the image and all of that. And we can also delete it by selecting it and deleting it. You can click OK and your auto post will be deleted. Next up, we can go back to accounts. And over here is where you guys can unlink your page also. But this is basically how you guys set up your auto posts and post on Facebook. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. On this tutorial, we're going to be talking about our browser notifications app and how to set up and send notifications to your subscribers. So first off, we're going to go and click over here on create campaign. Over here is where you can name your campaign. I'm just going to put a tutorial. You don't have to worry about this name, only you're going to be able to see it. Over here, you need to put your website URL. I'm just going to go over there and copy it and paste it over here. If you want your users to be redirected after they subscribe, you can put another URL over here. I don't want this, so I'm just going to unselect that. You can set up the size of your pop-up. I'm just going to do it medium. And you can also set up the text inside your pop-up. Over here, I'm just going to leave all the same, but you guys see if I change this to tutorial, it will change to tutorial over there. And you can also choose an image for your notification. For example, your logo. For this one, I'm just going to select the regular picture of an ebook that I have. And if you want your accept label, decline label, and accept text to be different, you can also change it over here. And you can also change the button color and the background color. I'm going to leave everything as it is, just for the purpose of this video. Next up, we're going to click on done. And once your campaign is created, we can go over here and get the code to add it to your website. We're just going to copy the code, go back to our editor, go over here on the layout that we want, go to the configurations, and over here, we're just going to paste the script. Click on save. Once you've done that, your pop-up is linked to your website. We can test this right now going to our website. Our notification will pop up just like this, as you guys can see. And of course, we wanted to enable notifications so we receive our notifications. Once you click on it, a little pop-up will show on the left-hand side of your screen. You can just close it. It will close real quick. And once you click enable notification, you will be subscribed to our browser notification. So if we click on subscribers, we see that we have one, and this is myself. Next up, we can send a push notification to me in this case. So we're just going to do so. You can select to send now, send later, delay after subscription. You schedule when you want to send it, or you can also see a history that you already sent. Over here, I'm just going to do tutorial again. The message is going to be hello, welcome to the tutorial. I'm just going to select the same image that I chose earlier. And we also want to put our URL over here, like so. Once you click on send, we should receive the notification instantly. Just like that. You guys can't see it just because It's not on the screen right now. I'm going to send it so we can stack it up. And just like this, it will show up exactly like this. You can close it. You can do whatever you like. And this is how you guys create a enable notification and also your browser notifications. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Today I'm going to show you our new tool known as Canvas. With this tool you'll be able to create templates for funnels that you can further edit in Pixel Perfect. And I'm going to start off here by just clicking add a funnel. This is going to get everything started. Just give it a simple name here. And now you're going to select one of the templates that we have. For this video I'm going to use the webinar funnel template as it's a simple one to start off with. And you can always make changes to the types of pages that you're using. This is just a great way to start. Okay, so as you can see here, we have kind of the flow of the funnel. They start here and they get to the end here, which is the webinar broadcast. But for sake of this video, I'm just going to show you some of the basics. So we start off here where you can edit the pages. We have themes and we get to select the layout that the pages go in. When you want to select a theme for this specific page type, we only have 2. And you can also preview these in another window. If I click view, it'll show you a preview of the funnel and what it would look like. So I'm going to select this one. And then as well, when you initially would create one of these pages, it gives you the option to add an app. And one of them is create form because this is a registration page. So I get to edit the form here on this tab. We select Mailing Boss as the service, and then here is going to be a list of all of the lists you have in your Mailing Boss account. I'm just going to pick the one known as test. And originally these would be blank, but you get to select the pages that go for the redirects. If anybody's familiar with Pixel Perfect, you know that for the email marketing forms, you can select the confirmation pending, the confirmed, and the canceled after the user has done one of those actions. So for the confirmation pending page, we already have selected the confirm email page here, which is kind of like a message saying to check your email. And then for the confirmed, we already have the webinar page over here, which is a gateway through the webinar indoctrination page. And then we don't have one selected for canceled, as it's not really that important right now for the sake of this video. But if you were to want them to go to a page after the user would be canceled, you would select that page right here. Okay, and then also for pages such as this one, you can add a pop-up. And if I create a pop-up, we get to select one of the themes for the pop-up here. If I select create pop-up, we have 2 themes, the generic and the opt-in. I'll just select the generic. And this one is going to pop up when you click a button on the page. You'll be able to select the button and create it when you go to Pixel Perfect, because this is just a template and it's giving the kind of like the layout of the pages. And you would be able to select a redirect if there was a button on the pop-up for the redirect to go to after they would do the action that is on the pop-up. So for that we can close. If at any time instead of going through this page you just wanted to edit these, you could just right click and click edit element and it would take you to that same screen you just saw. And then for this is just the same. You can just edit the themes of any of the pages. For this type of page we have a few more. I'll just select one of these. And then for any of these pages you also have the option to select a different layout. I'll do it for this page for example, just in case after they get to this point you want them to be put in a separate layout, perhaps maybe for restricted purposes. We also have a webinar registration members one too, where the webinar is only accessible by certain people who pay or become members of your website. So for this one, if I go to edit page, I can select a layout. As you can see, we only have one currently selected, but if I wanted to add a new one, I could just type it out here. And also I can change the color of the indicator, and I'll show you what that means in just a second. But if I select this green color, so I'm also going to restrict it for this purpose. If I were to just create it, would create a different non-restricted layout. But if I click restricted, this is going to kind of basically create a restricted area, but for further details on this, you'll probably have to do it in Pixel Perfect so you understand like the checkout, or if there's a form that they need to fill out here to get to this part. But for this, I'm just going to do the access type as a user, and then the email marketing. So as long as they've joined a list, they can automatically be put in the restricted area. So I'll create this, and then I will go back to edit this, and then I can select that layout. As you can see, the indicator on this color here changed to indicate that this is part of that layout now. And then I guess that would be everything here. Also, it's noted that you can delete any of these links. These are the links for the where the direction of the user is going. And I can just delete any of them at any time, or I can fix it by clicking on this link button here and clicking on the other page. So we refix that link. To add a page to any of these, you just click this add here, and then as we can see, there might be like a product offer. You put like here, and then you can also again select themes, product launch, fitness, any of these would work depending on what your niche is or what you're trying to get the customer to get. And as you can see on this type of page, there's the option to add a checkout. Adding a checkout it's a simple configuration here, but you can also edit the checkout in Pixel Perfect, as I will show you when we get to that point. And then you can also set the pages to go to after they have created the purchase. It'll let you know that you don't have a payment restricted area configured. If I would have picked that for this restricted area, it would let me pick that restricted area because it would be locked to someone paying. So I will simply leave it like this. And now you can see we have the checkout on the page as well. And always just go back and edit that element. Okay, so at this point, we looks like we're ready to save. One more thing that you can do here is you can kind of edit the way the lines look. If you want them to be curved, straight, I'll show you what they look like. You can change the width a little bit. I'll keep it as a plain arrow and we'll update. So to see these changes, you'll have to save and reload. So now I'll save the page. I'll go back to home and I'll reload it. And now you can see they're all straight lines with no corners, with no 90-degree angle corners. I can change that again. We can try the curve line, make it a little wider, make it a little rounder, make it red. Use some arrows and some circles here. Update. And again, we'll have to save it and reopen it. See, this looks even cooler. You have the red curved lines. They start with a bullet and end with an arrow. So as far as this point goes, we'll save it one more time, and then we can create the website. So if I were to create the website here, I have to name it. I'm just going to name it Tutorial for Canvas. It's going to create the website, and this website is going to end up in your Pixel Perfect My Sites. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to go back to the Pixel Perfect area here, and you can see the tutorial for Canvas has been created, which you can open the editor for it. And this is where you're going to do all of the details for your site. As Canvas is only a template builder, you can't do any hard editing on text, on images, anything like that. It's just simply a template editor. And then any further editing and creation you want to do on your site, you would do here through Pixel Perfect. Okay, so I think that's everything with our Canvas builder up to this point. We will probably be making new updates to this, adding new templates in the future, stuff like that. But hopefully you guys enjoy this new tool that we have, and have a great day.
Hello guys, and welcome to another video tutorial. And in today's video we will be talking about our app called Click Map. This app allows you to see exactly where your visitors are clicking on your website, and it really helps you by giving you really useful information, so then you can make arrangements if necessary. So right now what we're going to need to do is create a new click map. First, what we need is the link from our live version of our website of our choice. Okay, so we're going to choose a website. So over here, you're going to pick a website and you're going to go to the live version of that website. So I'm picking this website over here, and the live version is right over here. So what you need to do is copy the link from your address bar and go back into the app over here. So now I've created a click map already for this tutorial, but I'm gonna go ahead and click edit so you guys can see what you need to do. First, you need to name your map. Okay, I'm gonna leave it as tutorial. Over here in the URL box, you need to paste the link you got from your website. So it was already there, but as you can see, I put in the same one. I'm going to leave the stretch by width unmarked and also the horizontal alignment in the center. After you've done that, you're going to go ahead and click done. So now guys, we're good to go, and now we can jump in the editor and integrate the code for our click map into the website. So let's go ahead and get code over here. We're going to copy it and we're going to jump right into the editor to do this. So for this, we need to go over here into our layouts. We're going to click in this arrow over here, and you're going to go into settings. Okay guys, as you can see, the code is already in here because I've put it. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete this very fast and paste it. Okay guys, so you want to paste it in there, and you're going to return over here. You're going to click here, and also you're going to put the code right down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the same thing. You're going to delete, paste. Okay, so our code is right in here and also in here. Okay, after you've done that, we're going to save. We're going to save the editor. And now guys, to show you an example, we're going to go to our live version of this website, and we're going to give it a couple of clicks so then we can check our heat map and see how that worked. So let's go ahead over here into the live version of the website. We're going to reload it. Okay, and now we're going to click in a couple of places. So I'm going to click a couple of times over here in this corner. I'm going to click a couple of random clicks in this corner. I'm going to click a couple of times over here. And I'm going to give it 3 clicks over here. Okay guys, so now that have actually clicked on our website as one of our visitors or clients would do, we can go ahead in our click map and see the results. Okay, so let's go back over here, and now we're gonna click on show map to see what happened. So let's give it a couple of seconds and see the heat map that is gonna show for our website. So there you go guys. As I was telling you, I gave it a bunch of random clicks over here, gave it a couple clicks here, a couple of clicks here, and only 3 clicks right here in the corner. So that is it guys. That is the heat map for your site. You can actually see the clicks instead of the heat map, so let's check that out. The clicks are going to be represented by small little red dots, as you can see over here on your screen. So our random clicks over here, our couple of clicks here and there. Okay, so pretty much guys, this is what this app allows you to do. It allows you to see exactly where your clients are clicking in your website and where are they focused in. Okay, so very useful information and very useful app. Okay, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you have liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial video. On this video, we're going to be looking at the CRM app and its functionalities. So CRM means managing the relationship with your customer, and its main focus is to automate the contact with your leads. The goal is to collect information from your current and future leads, analyze the interaction your clients make on your site, and to anticipate their needs and desires. So first off, when you click on the CRM app, you're going to end up in this page over here, in the steps page. And this is actually not where you start. You have to go back to your editor of your website, go back over here on the settings and the website settings, click over here and enable CRM. Once you do that, you can click on save. And just remember, guys, that your website has to have an email contact form for the CRM to work and actually go to the CRM app. So you're going to click here on save. So you can save it. Save again. We are going to go back to the CRM app and start creating our origins. So first, you're going to click on add new origin. Over here, you're going to have the origin name. You can just put any name you want. I'm just going to put tutorial for this video. On the domain, you can put your website domain. I'm just going to come back over here, get the domain, get the URL, click, put it over there. Over here on the type, you can select any type you would like. It best suits your website. I'm just going to put website for this one. And boyo, you can leave like this. It's alright. I'll explain that in a second. Over here in tags and lists, you can link a mailing boss list to your origin. I'm just going to link any random one. And also add new tags to the new subscribers. I'm just going to add a couple of tags over here so you guys look. You can add as many as you want. And yep, there you go. Over here, after that, you can click on save. I'm not going to do that right now because I already did. With this URL, it's over here. I'm going to show you guys how it looks once you click on save. And yours, guys, should look something like this. You can also see where you can edit, you can delete, you can copy the script configuration for external steps if you're not doing it with a Builderall website, and you can also disable the tracking. I'm just going to enable it again. On the right hand side, you can see the steps that you're going to track with the CRM app, and underneath you can see the pages of your website where you can edit what type of interaction you want to keep track of. So we're going to come here and edit, and you're going to see the interaction types and all the interactions that you want to track with the CRM app. So right now you have all these. You can track when a lead is created. You can track when he's removed from a list or copied from a list. I'm just going to leave it at page visited. You can set up a name for this step. I'm just going to put tutorial, or actually page visited. And if you have any previous steps, you can select it over here. I don't have one just because this is my home page. This is the first page on my website. Here you're going to have the URL where the steps occurs. And down over here you can see the score that your lead is going to get when he does this interaction. So right now I'm just going to leave it at 5. So if he just visited the page, he would get 5 points. And here you can select if the points will expire in any days. I'm not going to put that right now. And you also just can select one of the two over here. On this tags page, you can add a tag to the step. I'm just going to add one tag. You can add 2 tags. You can create more over here. It's your call, guys. After that, you can just click on update, and your step will be updated with all your information that you just put in. And so after that, you're going to come over here on the leads page over here. You can click on it, and you're actually going to end up with your origin over here with your URL that you used. And since you guys have no leads yet, this is going to show up. I'm just going to show you how it looks when you have a lead. So over here, you can see how it would look like if you had a lead. You can click on it to see where the lead was created. He got 0 points for that. When he visited the page, he got 2 points for that. And when this tag practice was assigned to him, and he also got 0 points for that. Over here on the left hand side, you can filter it by email or by lead name. If you want to just filter one lead at a time or by email, you can do so. On the bottom over here, you can filter by tags. You can filter if your lead is boiling, or it means if it has 50 or 100 points. And if you also want to just filter like someone that only has 10 to 100 points, you can do so, and only those people will show. And you can also filter it by interactions, whatever interaction you would like to filter by. And this is pretty much it for this page over here. You can also go to settings to create any tags that you would like. You can just click on the add new. You can just create any of the tags, any tags that you would want. You can select a color you would like. Click on save, and all of that is going to be saved over here. I have a bunch of tags already made. And this is basically it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a good day.
Hello and welcome to another tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to set up your e-commerce store using Magento. So what I have done here, this is the home page where you're going to create your store. If I just click create store. Now, as far as store creation goes, you can use a domain you already have, or you can just say I don't have a domain, which I do not. And this is going to give you a subdomain of builderallstores.com. I'm just going to call this test video. It's going to say available. You're going to name your store. Set all of this stuff up, and then you're going to set up a username. This is going to be a Magento username and a Magento password. Which you're basically going to use to log into Magento. It's going to take a few minutes here to create your store. And then once the store is done being created, we can access the Magento window and work on our store. And I will show you guys a few things there. And then how to access the Magento level of training so that you can understand how to create your store with Magento's help. They have a large, comprehensive amount of videos that will help show you how to set up your perfect Magento store. Okay, now once the store is done and it says your store is running, we can open the admin of the store. This is going to take us to Magento where we can log in with the same information that we provided. And now this is Magento. This is what it looks like. And there's a few things here to make sure that I could show you before we go any further into showing you how to access the Magento training. If you go to Stores and Configuration, within this window here, you'll be able to set up your payments and all that stuff. So if I go to Sales and I go to Payment Methods, here you can set up your PayPal, Braintree. There's a lot of different payment options you can set up. You can even have direct bank transfers here. A large, comprehensive amount of payment options. We always recommend PayPal, as everybody uses PayPal. It's very simple, and you can click configure here and set this up here for you. But as you can see here, there are other options as well for anybody who wishes to use a different option. Something else here that we need to go over is if I go to General and Web, you can set up addresses here. This is the URL for your store. You could change this if you want in this window, if you'd like to change the address. And there's a bunch of other different options here for setting up specific URLs for what you specifically want people to access. If you want the URL to be different between the secure and non-secure versions, you could do it this way. And as you can see, there's a lot of other settings here to set up your URLs. There's some default pages that they have set up for you here, cookie settings. But we feel like these are the most important settings to get started with. And if you guys need any other help with any of these other things, I'm about to show you where you can find this. So if we go back to this screen on Builderall and you go to Magento Help, Magento Help is going to bring up the Magento resources on Magento. They have what they call the Magento University resources from the tech team, the e-commerce resources, and you'll be able to find a bunch of tutorials and trainings here to teach you how to use Magento the way that you need to. There's just so much information and so much stuff within Magento. We feel like it's best that you guys refer here if you need any other help regarding Magento. Okay guys, so that is how you set up your Magento store and do a couple of the back-end settings that are very important for it. As I said before, if you have any other questions or concerns regarding Magento, please refer to the Magento help in the Magento resources. And as always, have a great day. Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to use our e-learning platform here on Builderall. So what you're going to do here is from the home screen, just click Create Course. You can pick one of the categories that you've already created or add a new one. And now here I'm going to click this. We can open the course, embed it or share it, duplicate it, edit the contents, as well as delete. This is where you'll find all of the configurations you'll need here. Information, you'll be able to edit the information about your course here. Pretty self-explanatory. All of these options kind of speak for themselves. Modules, here you can create a module. I'll show you kind of what that looks like. Then when I go to click here for the editing of the module, I can set some of the settings here that are needed. Here I can create lessons to go within my modules. I'll make sure I have the right module selected. And then I select here what I'm going to use as the lesson contents, as well as some of these settings here. I can create test questions here. So the tests will be based on the modules that you select. If I click add question, I'll pick the module. It could be the final test or the module test that I have already created. Multiple choice, true or false, short answer. And for this, I'll just do the multiple choice. Make sure that you select the correct response here. You can add some cheats or some help for the students if you need to, as well as the value of the points, which I'll make 5. You can always add more questions here. And if you edit the certificate, this will be what they get when they pass the course, or pass the test, I should say. Now I can see all the users that have used my e-learning, my course here, will appear here. FAQs, I can add some FAQ questions such as, I passed the test, what do I do now? I got a 70% out of 75. Does that count? Something like that. Something that could help the students realize what they need to do to pass. The theme, you can pick from one of our templates here. I'll just choose this one because I like the black background. I can edit the language for my course here, publish to the e-learning community, as well as add some code extensions if I have them. Okay, so that's basically everything for creating a course. Here you can see test results by student. Here you can see all the teachers and the number of courses that they are teaching. Here you can set custom translations for words that appear in the content. And now to apply your course to your website, you'll click this button again, click Share Embed. Copy this iframe. You notice you can also share with Facebook or Twitter. And if I go to the Pixel Perfect Site Builder, go to Apps and HTML, I would add an HTML box here, make sure that it is large enough to contain the course. Right-click, edit, get rid of this placeholder, and paste in my iframe. And now it will display my course. All right, guys, so that's everything you need to know about e-learning. I hope you guys have success with this application that we have, and of course, have a great day. Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial, and today I'm going to run through Facebook Chatbot and everything that you're going to need to know about this tool. So for starters, you're going to have to link a Facebook page. We're going to start at the top and work our way down. So if you go to pages and you go to add new page, it's going to pull up any pages you have associated to the Facebook account you've logged in with this app. I'm going to add this page and then make sure that it's here. Lets me view some posts here. These are any of the posts that I've made to the account. You also want to make sure that your Facebook account is posted and viewable by the community, so it's published so that you can actually access these and see what they look like. So I'm going to select this post for auto answer, which is automatically going to take me to the post to answer area here. Here you're going to make some sort of response just in case you want to respond to people who interact with your post. So if I can use a condition here, it could be consists, not consists, equals to, not equals to. Any phrase that I put here, for example, I want to buy this. Okay, so if I put consists, it can consist of any of these words or this phrase, and it will use a rule. If it doesn't consist with this, so if they don't want to buy, or if it doesn't consist of this, the rule will be used. If it equals this exactly, this phrase exactly, it'll be used. And if it doesn't equal, it'll be used. And also you can use case sensitive so that it has to match this to the letter of the case of the letters. We're just going to not use a condition, but that's for example. So you can use some tags here, just like hello, and then you can copy this. Hello, first name. Welcome to my page. Let's get started. Anything like this, okay? There could be a certain delay, and this is going to come to them in the form of a message. So there could be some sort of delay, maybe a minute, 5 minutes, a day. We're just not going to do any delay on this. Second level comments, so like they comment on it and then they comment again, or if it depends on if they use a comment. And answer only once, which means that it will only happen one time. We're just going to leave those blank, so it's just a generalized. This will respond to anybody who answers to that post. We'll save it, and then that will be the rule. If we go to page subscribers, here you'll be able to see the amount of subscribers you have on the page. Right now I don't have any. These are people that have subscribed to your chat bot, and they don't have any right now, so there's nothing to see here. But once that happens, you'll be able to see any subscribers you have by name. If I go to user groups, this is an area where you can organize certain people, and we'll be able to see that you can organize them using some of these other tools here. So we're going to go to create new user group here, and we're just going to call it tutorial for the sake of the video. So we'll be able to organize this once we add people to the group. Right now there isn't any because I just made it, but I will show you how to add users to this group. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a flow. So if I create a flow, I go to create new flow, enter the flow name, I'll call it test. And this is our interactive flow builder. This is our newest version of the flow builder. We're going to have one step, but you can add any other steps here, which are going to be a flow of messages. We're just going to keep it one step for the sake of this video. And in this first step, we're going to add a message with text, first name, hello, first name, space, last name, how are you? That's basically it. They'll send the message to them. And you can do that. You can add other messages, message with buttons, message with text, image, and buttons, a message to collect emails for Mailing Boss. I feel like this is important, so I'm going to show you this one. For a Mailing Boss integration, you're going to basically follow the instructions here. You can add your Mailing Boss list at the bottom. And then you could save the changes to do the Mailing Boss integration. And a couple other ones here would be the buttons. If you add a message with a button, you can say something like click below to get a free trial. And then you do the label here. It could open a URL such as your affiliate link. This is just a label for the button, so it could say free trial. Then they open the link to your affiliate link here for the 7 days free trial. You can use some tags. You can add a tag to the user or remove a tag from them just in case you want to do this for any sort of subscribers or anything like that. And then you could save. So they click this button, they're going to be taken to your affiliate link, and that will be in the message. So basically this is how you create a flow. I'm going to leave it like this. So I'm going to go to automation next. Here you can select your page, and here you can apply some rules. There could be a default reply, which is just going to be a test. So when you have the automation on the page, this is important for the flow to work. You must have the automation. And then when someone messages your page, they will automatically reply with the flow known as test. There are some rules you can apply here. If I want to do a rule, the rule could be, it can consist, not consist, equal or not equal, any certain phrase that they want to message to the page. The action could be start a flow, or it could be to unsubscribe from it. But if they start the flow, then they are automatically subscribed. And it also could add a tag or remove a tag. We're not going to use any rules. That's just for example. There could also be a welcome message that you can create before the flow is fired, such as, hi, full name, welcome to my page. Make sure that you click back in the box. That was an example of what could happen if you don't click back in the box to type. Just going to type some generalized message here. Hi, full name, please enjoy my page. I save the welcome message. Then when they start the flow, this is going to show before the flow that I've saved under default reply actually fires. This one, the test, the only flow that I have created. So next we can go to broadcasting. We want to broadcast to this page, and this is basically the same thing as a flow, but except with broadcasting you can do things like videos. If I create a new broadcast, we can call this test. And then for the broadcast, as you can see, it's the same thing as a flow creator, except here you can do certain things, certain bonus things. You can add a message with media. This is a new one that's only available on this broadcaster, and the media could be uploading a file to Facebook. If you attach the attachment ID here of the file, so you choose a file you have on your computer, and it would add here, and then you could upload that video to Facebook, and then you would save the changes. There's nothing that I did, so it's not going to reflect here, but if you wanted to do an image or video, you can select that, upload the file, upload it to Facebook directly, and then save. And then we can go to growth tools. Growth tool is going to broadcast like a banner on your page, and the banner will take them directly to Facebook Messenger to either ignite a flow or something along those lines. So if I create a new tool, it could be a pop-up, a landing page of any kind, or a bar. We're just going to do bar for the sake of the video. So this is what the bar is going to look like. You can see you can customize it here. The initial text could say Facebook message or something like that. Click enter there. Change the button to white instead of blue. We'll keep the same size. I'll go to extra large. Background color could be any sort of color. I'll do red. The text color can be like a gray. The width of the shadow, this is going to be this shadow under here, can be changed. And I can change the color of the shadow to something wacky like green. Now if I save and preview, you can see how different it is based on the changes that I have made. So in the submitted state, it's going to either open a submission page or go to a URL. And it could redirect them to something that you designate here, or you can just do an open submission page. Like thank you for subscribing, for example. And then the actions, anyone who subscribes to this, they can be added to your group that you made up here in the user groups. There could be a scheduling rule. I'll go show you what the scheduling is in just a moment. And you could start a flow for them as well. And that's if they click this button right here. Now to share this, to put this in your website, you're going to click share and then copy this script. You put this script into your site, you're going to go to the layouts. You're going to go to the blue settings button here and paste this in your script section. I'm just going to delete the heat map I have there and put this script in and save. Make sure you save the site once again. And then once they open this site, it'll pop up around the top here and we'll have the option to go to the messenger. Okay, now we can go to scheduling. We need to add a schedule rule, just call it test. This could be sent on a date with a delay, an event reminder, repeated certain number of days. So we're going to just send on a date for the first one. send date, you pick the date here and the time, even to the exact minute, and they'll send a flow to the subscriber. You can add other rules as well. If I go back to scheduling, I can add a new rule. We'll do event reminder. Event date down to the minute. And the reminder item could be after 10 minutes, send test. So something along those lines would be for the scheduling for the event. And then finally here, we can show you the bot for website. If you create a bot for your website here, this is kind of like our site bot, which is our new tool here. We recommend the site bot if you're just looking to use it on your website and not affiliate Facebook at all. But if you want to affiliate your Facebook with this, you can just create the bot for your website through our chatbot platform here. So if you create it here, it'll start a flow within your site. You can change the color of the theme to any sort of color you would want. There's going to be a greeting. Hi, how can I help you? Would be fine. Then there's going to be a log out greeting if they want to just stop the comments on the site there. There's a different display types here. There's a hide and there's a fade. We're just going to do the show. And there's a delay before the greeting is shown. So when someone enters your website, they're going to be delayed before they see this greeting. Hi, how can we help you? This is kind of along the lines of what you would do when you go to a website and you see someone have like a support icon. They'll kind of wait a little bit, and then when they're 5 minutes, 10 minutes into viewing the site, it'll just randomly pop up, hi, how can we help you? So we'll just do like 2 minutes, 2 seconds rather. So I can do 30 seconds, for example, before it's shown. And then to save this, make sure that it's saved, and then embed. So to use the bot for the website, you must whitelist a domain. So it must be a website you have on Builderall with a domain name. And you can click here. It'll show you exactly how you whitelist a domain in Facebook. This is very important for when you want to use the bot for your site. And it's another reason why we recommend, if you're just looking to use a bot in your website, we might as well just use the site bot tool that we feature also under apps, because it's a very good way to interact with the people that visit your website without interacting with Facebook or having to worry about whitelisting a site. All right, so when you get to the whitelisted domain, when you follow the instructions where it says how here, it's going to show this, but this is just the chatbot settings that they want you to use. Then you're going to copy this script here, or you can just Control-C, Command-C. And then you're going to go to the editor for your website under the layout settings here. You're going to go to this blue gear. It's the same place where I showed you before with the growth tool. You're just going to add a row in this setting here and then paste the script in. It's a little tricky to get at first, or you could just use one or the other and then paste the script in there, save, and then now that would be displayed on your website with the bot from Facebook Chatbot. And the final thing here is the integration. This is pretty simple. You would just integrate with the webinar. And as you will see in another tutorial we have, you just put this key in the webinar settings, and then anybody that would go to your webinar would be integrated with your Facebook chatbot. And that's basically it. So this is everything that has to do with Facebook chatbot. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact support. And as always, have a great day.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video, we're going to be going over our floating video app and its functionalities. So first, to create a floating video, we're going to go over here to the right and click on Create Project. Over here is where you can name your project. I'm just going to put a tutorial and also choose your video file. For this video, I downloaded a little football player. And once your video is uploaded, we can go over here and just create a new project. Your project is going to be added to your list over here, and we can go ahead and start editing it. On this page is where you can take off the background color over here with these two options. For example, if I want to pick a color, pick this green, most of it will be removed. This number over here is basically the amount of that color that you want to remove. So if I put this all the way up to, for example, 80, you can see that most of the green is going to get removed, like the rest of the green that have been left on the video. And once you remove the background, you can go over here, you can click on loop video if you want to loop it. You can go to autoplay. You can also set a delay before the video starts. For example, if I set this to 4, it would take 4 seconds for it to start. I'm just going to leave it at 0, so it goes instantly. I'm going to keep the last frame of the video, and I'm also going to disable sound. Next up, you can set up what happens when someone clicks the video. If you want to pause it, if you want to mute it, or do nothing. I'm going to select do nothing. And if you want a close button or a pause button, you can also have both. I'm not going to have any. I'm just going to leave this video floating on my website. Once you set up your information over here, you can click on save, and your floating video will be saved. Next thing you need to do is add it to your website. We're going to close this, and to edit to your website, you need to get the code. And over here on the code option, you can edit the height and the width of your video. And you can also edit it over here on the actual code if you wanted to. But to put it on your website, you're going to copy the iframe. And next, we're going to go to our website to add it to our website. So we're going to go to editor. Over here, we're going to go to apps, add an HTML box, edit it, and we're going to paste our code over here. Once you click confirm, the video should be added to our website. We can regulate it as we want to, like so. And if you want to change the height, I already showed you guys, but we're going to go back and you can change it to over here. For example, if I wanted to cut it in half, I would set 320 and 240. Once I click OK, this information would change. I can just copy it again, edit it, and paste the new code. Once I click confirm, my video will be shortened to the size that I set it to. And after that, I can edit it, put it anywhere on my website that I would see fit. And this is how you create a floating video. This is going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video, we're at our Instagram autoresponder tool, and we're going to be looking at how to set up your comments autoresponder. So first, once you click on the tool, it is going to take you to this page over here, and you're going to be asked to log in with your Facebook. So once you connect your Facebook with the tool, you can come down over here and add an Instagram account. Just keep in mind that if you're going to add your Instagram account, it needs to be a business account. If it is not a business account, it will not work. I already tested it switching back to a non-business account. My account did not show up over here on the tool. But once your business account is set up, you can go over here and click on add. Your account will be added to the autoresponder, and you can start setting up your messages. So just go over here to comments, and this is if you're replying to a comment. You can also do replying to a mention over here. It's basically the same thing. I'll just show up in comments first. Over here, it would write a phrase for you to reply to. So, for example, reply if the comment contains test. It would reply to the person that commented something that had test on it. You can also select contains, not contain, or identical. So if you want a phrase, for example, if you're giving up something for free and want people to comment, I want this, you can do I want this. And you can select identical. So if anyone comments this, you will reply to them. You can also select to be case sensitive, so they have to do exactly what you put in. Once you do that, you can start setting up your reply text, just like this one. So to start off, you can use this as an example, and over here too, if you have multiple phrases that you would want to reply your text to, just because Instagram could see you as a bot and most likely block your account or do something like it, you would just need to set up a couple of phrases. For example, hi, and set and separate it like this. Hey, set it up like that again. Hello, then close it. You can put a comma. Here you go. So it would reply with one of these three over here and the message here you go. Once you set up your text and the reply if the comment, you can click over here and save your data. Once your data is saved, you're good to go. You can also add a condition over here if you would like, or you can also delete it. Once you set this up, you're basically set up. You can also go to your mentions and set up if you want to reply once you're mentioned on a comment. You can do so over here. But this is how you guys set up your comments and mentions on the Instagram autoresponder. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to use our new magazine builder. With this tool you'll be able to create digital magazines in the form of PDFs and also ones that you can display on your websites. So first we're going to just click add a magazine. You can give it a simple title and a simple description. And then we have a number of templates that you can use, or you can create a new one. For the purposes of this video, I will just use one of these beautiful templates that we have. So make sure that you understand that when you click preview, it's going to show you a preview of it in another window. You can flip through and see what it will look like. And to select one to begin editing, you'll click over it. It'll be highlighted with a blue boundary, and then you'll click confirm. Now you can click edit here to edit what you have created. You can duplicate it, delete it, or preview it. So we'll click edit. In this menu, you'll see a number of tools here that you can use, as well as selecting the elements here one by one. Each one of these is a text element. You can double click to edit the text, and it will be formatted based on the editing over here on the right. Here you can select the alignment, the size, the style, the transparency, a bunch of different customization options here that will be very helpful. And as you can see, I double clicked on this and I can type whatever I want in here. And also I can edit the size as well as the color of the words itself, all on that right there. Also here we can see that we have images as well as shapes. This is a shape here that we can edit the color of, as well as create gradients. As you can see, I picked red for one color, and then for the other color I can pick something like blue. And here you can edit the gradient and then use this as like a background or maybe an overlay for some words. I can put the words in here and we'll create a cool effect. One thing to note here is that there isn't really a grouping option, so you'll make sure that you just put things on top of things or beneath things. To put something beneath, you can right click on an element and click send backwards, or even send to the back, and now you can see that this overlay is behind the word summer and in front of the top 15. It's actually a pretty cool effect there that we did. There's also images. You have an image here, you want to edit the image, you can right click on it to do the same thing that we just did with this box, and to change the image that you have here, you click select an image here, and then it'll bring up any of the images that you've previously used on Builderall to use. I'll just use one of these for example, just to show you. It changed the image that I already had. And then I can just drag it back into this placeholder for the magazine so that everything is in view of when you're reading the magazine. Anything outside of these boundaries will not be visible. It'll just be visible inside of here. You can change the transparency of the image to create some effects there with words. You can give the image a title. And you can also give it a border, give it a shadow, change the rounding of the borders, a bunch of other things here that you can do. You can notice here that you have some rulers to help you figure out where to place elements. And to add new elements, aside from the ones that are already in the template, you would just add text here, would add an empty text box that you just fill in the text that you want. Again, using the same formatting system. You can add a shape here to put the shapes in the same window. And you can also add images. We'll give you this little image placeholder here. And again, you would select an image to upload. So the other things that you can do here for this is that you can preview what you have already created in a different window. As you can see, only what was in that placeholder there is showing. To go back, you just click Home. And then you also have the option here to create a PDF. You just click the PDF option and it'll work on exporting it into a PDF. You can see here, once it's done exporting, you can see all the PDFs that you have exported. It does take a little bit to do as it is a relatively large file. And then for embed, you click embed here and it'll give you this iframe. You can use this to put in an HTML box in Pixel Perfect or whichever builder you are using. And then it will display this interactive magazine on your website in the form of an iframe for people to use and view on your pages. And finally, the last thing to do is you can click Publish. It'll have a published version here. This is kind of a URL you can use. You can see up here there will be a URL, and you can just copy the URL and it'll show a published version on a different page. You can possibly use this for a redirect or something similar. But mainly for the purposes, typically people would put it in their website or they would use a PDF and they would just insert the PDF as a file on the website. And a couple other things that you should mention here is that you can change the background color. That will be this white background here, only in the placeholder. I can change it to a different color. And then you can upload any images to your database by clicking this little image thing here. And you can click upload and upload new pictures to be stored here so that you could use them for your magazine to upload to image files. All right, so that's everything you need to know about the magazine builder. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, have a great day.
Builderall team. In this video, I'm going to show you the brand new Mailing Boss. So let's start off with the screen itself and show you what things are on the home screen or the default screen in Mailing Boss. The first thing I'm seeing is a blue card, and this is where the last subscription list that you created shows. That'll be the first thing you see when you open up your new Mailing Boss dashboard. You also see a way to add a subscriber list right on this screen, and you see a way to add a new campaign right on the screen. We've also got some new menus, so let's take a look at the left-hand side, and we can see that we've got several items in this menu, including looking at pricing plans that are available if you want to go over your 10,000 subscribers. You can also look at your subscriber list, your email campaigns, the different templates that are available in the template gallery. You can connect a domain and verify it in Mailing Boss right here. You can get your API keys. You can work with automation, and we've even got an integration key. The next thing I want to show you is one of my favorite buttons, and that is the Mailing Boss icon right here. Anytime you're working in Mailing Boss, if you want to go right back to the dashboard immediately, all you do is click this button, and it will reload and take you straight to the dashboard. So you can start again at the very beginning in Mailing Boss. We've got a brand new menu at the top of the screen with several different categories. This one deals with subscriber lists. This one deals with email campaigns and email sequences and regular emails, and you can even work with custom tags here. This item deals with templates in the template gallery, and this item deals with automation and segmentation and setting rules for your subscribers so you can segment them. We also have your profile information right here, and you can click this information to change any of your personal information and any of your default company information. This icon will show you your account usage, including your sending quota, the number of lists you have, the number of campaigns you have, and the number of subscribers you have. And then the last icon here allows you to log completely out of Mailing Boss. So let's take a look now at how to create your first subscriber list. That's pretty easy. We can actually do that right here where it says create subscriber list. So I'm going to go ahead and type in a subscriber list name, and I'm also going to type in a display name and a description. Once I've got those three fields filled in, I'm going to click continue. And now I'm going to enter the general data. I've already put in the name, the display name, and the description. And the next thing I need to decide is whether the opt-in is going to be single or double. I'm going to choose double, and I'm going to also choose a double opt-out. That means they have to do 2 actions to opt in and 2 actions to opt out. I'm going to click next. And here I'm going to decide on the fields that I want inside my subscriber list. I want to collect their email and I want to collect their first name. If I wanted to add more fields, I could add them right here. I'm going to stick with the way it is right now and click Save Changes. And now I'm taken into the first email to edit. This is the subscribe confirmation email. I can configure the email the way I want it and then click Save and Next. And then I'm sent to the page where the subscriber is told they are pending subscribe, and this is if they are a double opt-in. So I can make any edits that I want to make and then click Save and Next. The next item is the email for unsubscribe confirmation. I can make any edits that I want to make and then click Save and Next. And then the next email is the welcome email. This is the first email that they'll get. You can make any edits that you want and then go ahead and click Save and Next. And now I'm taken to my subscriber list dashboard. Right here, it says that I'm in the current list of new MB list. And from here, I can see how many subscribers I have, how many segments I have, how many fields I have. I can look at the stock pages and emails. I can go to quick links to do quick actions for things that I need to do for my list. I can also see the HTML forms. I can import and export subscribers. I can create a new campaign from the screen, and I can create a new sequence from the screen. I also have some analytics, including subscriber growth, campaign growth, and delivery versus bounces, and unsubscribers growth. I have already added my first subscriber list. Now I can go in and add my first email sequence. To add a new email sequence, all I have to do is go to this area and choose Create New Sequence, and I'm going to go ahead and name it and click Continue. And now I'm going to make sure that the name is correct. I'm going to make sure that the list that it's attached to is correct. And I don't have a segment to choose yet, but if I did, I could choose the segment here. I'm going to click Save and Edit. And now I'm editing the emails that are associated with this email sequence. So each of these email campaigns that I have, I need to edit in this sequence, and I can choose to edit just this one, or I can even add a few more. So now I'm adding a couple of emails so that I have a 3 email sequence. And now I can go into each one of these emails and edit them and determine exactly what day that these emails will go out to the subscribers. Once I've configured all of that, then I need to make sure that I activate each email. So I'm going to click Activate, and I'm going to click Activate again, and Activate again. And now I've created all of my emails, I've edited them and got the content in there that I want, and I've activated them so they're ready for my subscribers. So once I've done all that, I just click Done. And now I have information about my email sequence, including all of the emails that are there, and I get some analytics that will start to fill in once I get subscribers on this list. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard, and I'm going to choose to go into my subscriber list, the new MB list. To do that, I just click the Overview button. And now from here, I can do anything else with the list that I want to from this screen. This is the subscriber list dashboard. So as you can see, Mailing Boss has made it really easy to go from subscriber lists to email sequences to email campaigns. And then, of course, you've got the automation here, and you've got templates to pull into your emails if you want to make them professional. To go back to the dashboard, all I do is click the Mailing Boss icon, and I'm right back to the very beginning. So that's the new Mailing Boss, brought to you by Builderall.
Hello everyone and welcome to the marketplace. In today's video, we're going to be doing a quick overview of this tool and what it brings to you. So first of all, we are over here in our dashboard. So once we click in the dashboard in the left hand side menu, we are brought to this page where we can see some analytics of what's going on with your sales. In this case, I don't have any products in the marketplace, so you guys will be seeing everything as 0. Okay, once I go to the marketplace over here, I have two options. Number one is the marketplace list, where I can find products that are on sale. So basically I can buy these products or I could promote these products, making so that people buy that product and I get a commission on top of it. So basically we can promote or buy these products. Next is customer marketplace, and over here we're going to be seeing a couple of examples that we have in the marketplace. We can also search the product over here or search in a specific category or also a subcategory. Next we have affiliates, and over here we have the affiliates dashboard where we're going to be seeing all the names of our affiliates, the products that they have bought or that they are promoting, the status, clicks, visitors, sales, conversions, the money per visitor, and the total earned. Okay, so over here you're going to find much more information about your affiliates actions. Over here it says your transactions, so you can see the date of the transactions, status, buyer products, and so on. And third, you have your approved products, which are products that you have put in the marketplace for sale that have been approved by the marketplace. So before your product can be sold, you need to be approved. And this is where you see all the products that you have been approved for. Next, we have earnings. And over here, guys, we're going to see status, the product, the type of product, and the amount that you have earned selling that product. Next, we have sellers, and over here we have a couple of sections. First, we have affiliate requests, and here is where you will be letting people into your product. So basically, you're going to let them promote your product by coming over here and letting them in. So basically, you guys can see it says approve or deny. It says waiting. We're going to give it a click, and here we can, for example, deny, okay, or we can approve, and here we have a message that it has been executed with success. Next, we have delayed transaction payouts, and over here, guys, it's all the information on your delayed transactions. JV contract details are over here. Your JV contracts basic information is over here. Your sales informations can also be found over here, such as search transactions and refund requests. So your affiliates can request refunds after they bought your product. After this, guys, we have purchases, and over here are all of the products that we have bought. And last but definitely not least, we have our product library. And here we're going to be finding all of our products that we have created. So here we're going to be able to scroll up and down. Sorry about that. We're going to be able to scroll up and down, seeing all of our products. We can also search the product by title, value, or sales, and ascending or descending. We can add a product just by clicking over here, which will allow you to create a brand new product and send it so that it can be approved by the marketplace. So guys, back to the dashboard. Over here you can change the language of your marketplace. Here you have notifications, okay, so you guys can see all of the subjects are here, affiliation requests. We can also receive notifications, for example, refund requests and all of that. And over here we can search inside the marketplace. So basically, guys, that's how your marketplace works. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to create a ticket to our support team. We'll be more than happy to help you. Also, guys, along with this tutorial, in our training section we have videos for you guys explaining in a more detailed fashion of how the marketplace works. To reach this page, all you have to do is go over here in your office. Right now we are already in here, so as you can see, we have the marketplace section with a bunch of videos for you guys. But to reach this place right here, you have to click in tutorials and training videos. And after that, instead of clicking in tutorials, you would click in training. Once you do that, in our menu on the left side, we have a marketplace section in which we can go to and watch these videos. So just for an example, guys, you guys can see that we have videos on becoming a seller, we have videos on deciding on a product, videos on designing your website, branding your product, and so on. So basically these videos right here will help you better in understanding how the marketplace works. But there you go, guys. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video we're at the mockup studio, or as you can see, the design studio, and we're going to see on how to create a mockup and add it to our website. So first we're going to choose our mockup over here. We can just choose a simple one for the tutorial. I'm just going to choose this one. Second, we're going to upload our media. You choose the image that you want. And over here, you can scale it as you would wish. You can color filter. You can also set it to smooth. It will smoothen a little bit the picture. You can add text. You can choose the font size and what font do you want. After you're done, you can click over here on done. And after, see result. Once you click on see result, it's going to show you a little result of what the mockup would look like. After that, you can choose the size of the image that you want to download. Once you chose it, you can click on download, and that picture will download to your computer. Once it's downloaded, we can close this and go to our editor. And over here is where we're going to add our picture. We're going to go over here, image. We're going to click on this first image over here and change image. We can see that our mockup needs to be uploaded. I'm just going to click on it and open it. Once it uploads it, we can click on the image and click confirm, and our mockup will be added to our website. This is how you create and add a mockup to our website. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. Today we're going to add our photo studio, and we're going to see on how to create a folder and edit our pictures. So first we're going to click on new folder. After that, we're going to have to name our folder. I'm just going to put a tutorial. This over here would only be used if you are doing a picture that rotates a 360 angle on your website. But once you put your name over here, you can click create and your folder will be added. You can click over here to edit. And after, you're going to go to add files, where we can choose our files to be added. Right now I'm just going to add a regular Mercedes one that I created on our mockup studio. After that, we can just click OK, and we're going to go ahead to start editing it. Over here we have a broad selection of settings that we can edit our picture with. For example, size, light and color, effects, text. We can add a watermark. We can change the background, the format of the picture, and we can also link it to a profile. We're going to go one by one on each one. So first we have size, where you can edit the scale of your picture, its width, its height, and you can also do proportional, or you can stretch it. It's usually better to leave it proportional, so if you change one of these, the proportion will stay the same. You can crop the sides. You can do a square thumbnail, and you can also do a circle one. For example, if I click on circle and I do this, it will become a circle, as you guys can see. Over here we can rotate the picture, and we can also edit its canvas. I'm just going to go back to the normal picture that I had, put 0 over here, and we're going to jump on light and color. Over here is where you can edit the brightness, the exposure, and etc. And you can also change the color options. For example, its hue, the lightness, and the saturation. Next up, we're going to have effects. Over here is where you can turn your picture to grayscale. If I select this, my picture will not change as much just because it is a gray and white picture already. But you guys get the idea. You can blur your picture, and you can edit the color tone. Over here on mirror reflection, you can edit its reflection if you want a mirror reflection. It will show up down here. I'm just going to unselect this for my picture. And next up, we have this option over here, and this is just for like a fading background effect over here. And as you guys can see, it's kind of a oval looking faded background. You can change the color, and you can also set a frame to it. I'm just going to put it back and select the frame as solid, so you guys can see the frame. You can change its size, and you can also change the color. I'm just going to put it back to none. And next up, go to text. Over here is where you can add a text to your image. I'm just going to add tutorial picture. You can edit its size. I'm going to put it quite big so it's over here. We can change the color. We can change the position. For example, if I wanted to go all the way down to the other corner, I would do so. You can edit the text outline, and I can also edit the background of the text over here. So you can see it's white. I can change the color over here. And once you're done editing the text, you can go to watermark. This is where you can add a watermark to your image. For example, I'm just going to add a random one over here, this ebook that I have. You can center it. You can edit to wherever. You can also change its opacity. If you want it to be very light, you can do so, just like that. And you can also change the watermark scale over here. Once you guys put your watermark, we can go to background. And over here is where you can, for example, replace the background with a transparent background. Over here, this image is pretty gray and white. So if I try clicking on it, I believe it won't work as I want it to, but I'll try. For example, if I wanted to take these little squares out, I would just click on it. And it should take it out. It's probably going to take out a little bit else of my picture. Oh, it actually kind of worked just a little bit. But you guys get the idea. You would just click wherever you want the background to be replaced, and it would go to a transparent color. Once you guys do that, you can edit the format. Over here we have the JPEG and WebP, and you can also put it into a profile. What the profile is basically a general setting of the picture. So for example, if I wanted to set my picture to a grayscale, I would click over here. If I wanted to rotate it, any of these angles over here, I would click on them. And this would work without having to edit any of these other options over here. So for example, if I just clicked on it, it would rotate 90 degrees. Or I can leave a no profile, or I can create my own profile. I'm just going to create my own for this one. And all my settings will be saved to this tutorial profile. Once we're done editing our picture, we can click on save, and our saves will be changed. After that, we just need to embed our picture to our website. We're going to click on embed, and these three options over here are going to show. You're going to have your image URL, you're going to have the direct URL for your picture, and if you want your image to have a zoom option on your website. I'm just going to get the direct URL over here, copy it, go to my website. So once we're on a website over here, we're going to click on add image over here, select the image, right click on it, add an external image, and just change the link to the link of our picture. Once you click OK, our image will be added to our website. And over here we can regulate it as we want it, fit it as we like. Once we do that, you're pretty much done using our photo studio. We can go back to the home, and we're going to see the tutorial one that we just created over here. This was a general overview of our photo studio tool. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.
I'm Shelly Turner with the Builderall team. In this video, I'm going to take you on a tour of the Pixel Perfect editor. I'm going to start at the top right-hand side, and you'll see that there are several different menu items, and we'll go through each item to discuss what they do. The first item is the Save button. When you click this, it's going to actually save your website, so any changes that you've made are going to be saved to the servers, and if your website is public, the public will see the changes. So if that's what you really want to do, just click the Save button, and then all changes are actually saved. So that's one of the most important buttons that you're going to use inside of your editor. And remember, save is your friend. The next one is the Preview button. So if you want to look at what your website is looking like, you can click Preview, and you can get a good idea of what your website looks like. Also remember that Preview is a little limited because there are some features that don't really show on the preview. So you always want to make sure that you're looking at your live website on the internet as well. And that will show you a little bit better picture of what your website is really looking like, especially if there's any dynamic effects or anything that
is beyond just a flat website. So preview is good, but the live website is actually better. Then you've got another button that is grid lines. And if you click that, you can see right here, there's some grid lines that you can see right on the side. This one's hard to see because of the color of the site. But when you click that button, it makes them appear, and you click it again, it makes it disappear. And those grid lines, you want to make sure that your main content, the things that you definitely want your user to see, stays inside of those grid lines, because that's what's going to appear on every device. Now, there may be some devices that go beyond those grid lines, but no devices are going to go inside the grid lines and chop off stuff. So those grid lines are the exact size of what the screen's going to look like, and you want to make sure that everything you want your user to see is inside those grid lines. The next one is the ruler, and if I click that, you can see that I turned my ruler off. If I click it again, it'll turn it back on. The ruler is great because it gives me an idea of how big something is, and it also enables me to kind of measure things across the vertical and horizontal axis of my website. And I can also click right on the ruler, and I can create some guidelines, and that'll help me line things up. This is also a snap to guideline, so when you bring something to it, it will actually snap to it really quickly, and it makes it way easy to line things up. If you want to do a horizontal guideline, you just click on the horizontal ruler and it creates a horizontal guideline. Once you're done with your guidelines, you just right click them and they disappear. And you right click the next one and it disappears. So super easy to line things up and make your website aesthetically pleasing. If you want to get rid of your grid lines and your rulers, just click ruler and click grid line, and those lines and the ruler go away. I always like to keep my grid lines on there because I want to make sure that I'm staying within those lines for my user. The next one are the two buttons undo and redo. If you want to undo an action that you just did, click undo. If you undo something and then you realize you want it back, just click redo and it will put it back. The next button is the show hidden elements. When you click that, it doesn't have anything in it, but if you wanted to hide an element, I would right click it, and all the way down at the bottom, there's an eyeball with a slash on it. If I click that, that logo goes away. It's actually still a part of the website. It's still in the website, but the user's not going to be able to see it. This is a great way to kind of move stuff out of the way while you're building a website, and then you can bring it back quickly by going back to that eyeball, and there's our hidden object. If you want to just take a look at it, you can click on it and it'll preview it. And then if you want it to return, you just click the little return button and it will put it right back in the same place that it was. So this is a great way to hide things and move things out of the way so you can work in layers and then put them right back. So that is the hidden item feature. The next one is the light bulb, and this is the backlight. And if you're working on a site that you need to be able to kind of see it a little bit better, maybe there's a lot of white and it's really, really bright and hard to see, you can click that button and it will kind of darken things up a little bit so you can see it better. And then the next button is change the border. When you click that, you can see the border around the website right here. Do you see how it's green right now? If I click it again, it makes it yellow. If I click it again, it makes it white. The reason that you do that is because sometimes with the design of your website, it's very, very difficult to see the borders because the borders are matching the colors of your website. So you may want to change the look of them so you can see the border better. So as you can see right here on Member Bytes, the border is actually white. I can see that well. If I click this button again, the border becomes green and I can see it actually a little bit better. So this is a way to help you see the borders of the items on your website. Now I'm going to move over to this menu right here. This is a menu that allows you to work on the different views of your website. So right now I'm working on the desktop view. If I wanted to work on the tablet view, I just click the tablet. And now I'm working on the tablet view of this website. And the next thing I could choose is to work on the smartphone or mobile view. And it gives me an image of what the mobile view looks like. The next thing is the wrench. The wrench actually allows you to adjust items on your view to match what's on the desktop. You can click that to set up your view quickly and then kind of move things around to where you want them. So the wrench is just a fast way of moving things into your tablet view or mobile view, and then you can adjust them the way you want them. The next item I want to look at is in desktop view, and that is this 1240 pixels by 940 pixels. If you'll notice, when I turn on my grid lines right here, that's where the grid lines are. If I click this button, so it goes from this to this, you see the grid lines going closer. That's going to be 940 pixels. That's a smaller width of my desktop. I could choose to work inside of the 940 pixels and keep everything inside those grid lines, or because there's larger monitors out there and larger laptops out there, you can go to the 1240 pixels, and that will create a wider distance between the grids and a bigger viewing area for your user. So you can switch between the two. I like to keep it at 1240 because it's just a wider screen and you get a lot more area to put your content in. The next thing I want to show you is the drop-down box right here. This allows you to switch between pages very quickly. So if you click the drop-down box, you can see all the pages in this website. And to be able to click to the next page, all I do is click the page that I want to go to. So I'm going to click About Us. And now you can see that the page has changed. And if I want to go back to the home page, I just click that down arrow again, and I can go back to the home page. Now I'm going to go to the left-hand side, and we'll talk about this menu. The first item on this menu is the page menu. So if I click it, it's going to take me to the layouts that I have in this website. And then for each layout, I can click the arrow, and I can see all of the pages inside of each layout. So you're going to be able to see the layouts and the pages. And then within each layout and each page, you're going to have settings that you can work with. So right here, we're in the layout area. So these are the settings that we can change for the layout area. If I go to the pages, I can click the gear, and that will take me to the page settings for that particular page. So we have a lot of features that are available to set up in the layout and in each individual page. The next item is the text item, and this is where you can customize the fonts. And if you click these items and make any changes, this is like changing your CSS file. So every time you grab a title XL and put it on your website, it will look like this. This is really important because it creates consistency across your entire website, and you won't have a whole bunch of different fonts showing up, which kind of confuses the user. So you can go in and actually click on this and change it to anything you want. And then every time you grab that title XL, it will have that same exact design throughout the website. That makes your website very, very consistent and a lot easier to view for your user. The next item we're going to go into is the plus sign. This is the area that you'll go into the most. And when you click it, you'll see that there's a lot of different elements that you can choose to add to your website, including adding a pop-up, adding text to your website. And remember, if you grab the text, the settings for that text is in the item above it, the T for text. So you set what kind of fonts you want to use first, and then you grab the text element to add that text to your website. There's also banners, boxes and lines, buttons, images, an image gallery. You can add menus to your website like this right here. You can add audio and video files to your website. You can add social media elements to your website. You can add a contact form, an email form. You can add animated counters and additional apps. We'll go through those in just a second. There are hover elements, timers, checkout systems, sales funnels, and even a blog app. Now let's take a look at the apps because there's several different apps you can add as well. So if I click on apps, I can choose to add a PayPal button, HTML code to my website. So if you already have some prepared HTML code, you can add that right here. You can add the webinar element, and Builderall has a webinar platform, and you can add that right into your website. There's an e-learning platform that you can add into your website. There's a GDPR app to make sure that your website is GDPR compliant. You can also create anchors throughout your website and then attach the menus to anchors. You can add a review system. You can add Shopify information, and you can add open table reservation system. So lots of different things in that plus sign, lots of different elements that you can add to your website. The next item on the menu is a double gear. If you click on that, you've got a lot of different settings for your website, including GDPR configuration, the language that your app is in, a site map, platform settings, restricted area settings if you're going to set up a membership area, user management if you're going to have people register to access either a membership area or you're selling them things through your website. You can manage your user registration fields. This is where you can add additional fields when you're collecting information from people, including a physical mailing address if you're selling a physical product. Coupons, if you're going to be offering coupons, this is where you configure them. And then action counters, this is where you'll manage your action counters when you set up click analytics. The next item is the shopping bag. This is the area that you'll set up your purchasing information if you're setting up a product or a service that your visitors will purchase. So when you click the shopping bag, there's several different areas, including setting up your payment manager, setting up your offer, whether it's a service or a product, your sales manager, which is where you can take a look at who bought what. You can also manage your automated email sequence, including emails that go out informing the person of their purchase. And you can manage external platform email, including Mailing Boss. And this is where you set up your sales funnel system, including any upsells and downsells that you may have included in your sales funnel. Along with the shopping bag information, you've also got an icon for a blog. If you want to add a blog to your Pixel Perfect website, you just click the last icon and you can click Add Blog, and it will add a blog to your website. And then along with the pages that it adds, it will add the functionality to be able to manage your blog and do some very special things with that blog once it's installed. So that's a quick tour of the Pixel Perfect editor in Builderall.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial. On this video, we're going to be looking at our Presentation Studio tool. This tool allows you to create professional slideshow presentations for your business or your clients and etc. So first, we're going to go over here on the menu. We're going to click on it, and over here you can save it. You can undo or remove slide. You can redo your action. You can cut, copy, and paste. Pretty self-explanatory. Over here, you can add your slides. If you just click on it, you can keep adding it. To delete, you can just click on the X. Next up, we're going to go to the top menu over here. First thing we're going to add is text. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, whichever you like. If you want to edit it like this, you can do so. You can also do upwards and downwards. And you can also rotate it like this. I'm just going to leave this here. Next up, we're going to add an image. Over here, you can browse your computer for a picture. I'm just going to add this Mercedes one. And insert. And for the picture, it's the same thing as the text. You can make it bigger, smaller, rotate it, etc. We can also add a video. It's the same thing as the image. You can add a website. Over here, you would need to put your URL. For example, if I put Builderall as an option, I can add it over here. You guys can see it would work perfectly fine. It would fit my screen. I could adjust it over here as well and just leave it like that. To preview it, you can go to Impress and it will open another tab where you can see that it's actually working. We can click on the buttons. It will work perfectly fine. Let's go back to the presentation. Let's delete this over here. And we can also add shapes, any of these shapes if you want to add them. For example, if I'm going to add a square, I can do the same thing as the image. I can change colors and all of that. Next up we have is background. You can change the background for all slides or selected slides. For example, I'm going to add 2 slides over here. If I wanted to change the background for all slides to put black, they would change to all black. If I wanted to change just number 2 to green, for example, it would change just the number that I selected. And we also have the last thing is the surface. That is the outside area of your slide. So over here, I'm going to change to white, everything. I go over here. You can also change it to just 1, to red, for example. You would change it to just red. This was a general overview of our presentation studio. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Hello and welcome to another tutorial, and today I'm going to show you guys our new roulette feature and how to put it in your websites. So in this screen we're going to be where we recreate the roulette. I've already made one, so I'm just going to show you the creative process for this. But if you need to make a new one, you would just press new here. I'll press the pencil to edit. Here you can give it the title, the reason for taking the roulette, and the number of prizes. The next would be to create the color or pick the color of the wheel. I just chose black. Next we could add a logo. I have a logo here that I'm going to put in there. Next we're going to select the background. This is going to be a solid color that goes in the background. I've already selected one, but if you wanted to pick your own, you click this. It would typically bring up a client like this to pick the color. I can just pick a different color here like the blue. The next step is going to have us to insert the prizes. This is a very important thing to note here. So I have iPhone, Samsung, Nokia, BlackBerry, just some phone examples, and then the color of the text that will appear. It's very good to note that these are going to be the codes that they will use at checkout. These need to be absolutely unique, which means no 2 codes that can be identical on the entire server. So you'll have to be really creative and create your own unique coupon codes here. Next, for Mailing Boss, we're just going to configure the message that they get sent. So it'll be the list drop down, we'll pick the list, then the subject and the text that goes in the message there. Now we can configure what it's going to say to them. This is going to be what's next to the wheel so they know what to do. This is going to be the title right here. This is going to be the subtitle, the description. Then this is going to label the name field and label the email field here. Make sure that you know that placeholder is what goes in the what they fill out box, and then the label is what is labeling it. Next, we're going to have down here the buttons. There's the button here that you click to spin the wheel. And then down here is the text that appears when they win and text that appears when there is an error, which would be something like having to put the email again because it might not be a real email or something along those lines. Now the final step is we generate the roulette. And now I will show you guys how to put it in the website. You're going to click here. It's going to give you this box here to paste the code in the head section. This is referring to the page head scripts of your page. And then we're going to pick copy here, or just click it to copy, and then we're going to go put it in the website. Once we're in the editor of the website, we're going to go over here to this section here where your layouts are, and then go to the page and click the gear. I've already put the script in this section here, but you would just paste the script here in the page head script section, then save. Make sure that you save the website here. And then in the live version of the website, this pops up after a few seconds of scrolling or just existing on the page. And then you would just fill out your name, a simple email, and then click this button, and then it will spin this. And then you'll be able to pick your prize. All right, guys, that's basically everything you need to know about the roulette, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video, we're at our script generator tool, and today we're going to look at its options. For example, my avatar, new avatar, and also generate script. But first, once you click on the script generator, it'll take you to the dashboard, and over here we have some video training. For example, a walkthrough dashboard tutorial. We also have a tutorial on generating scripts and a new avatar. You also have a search option, and if you want to add a new avatar from here, you can just click here. You can also just go over here and create a new avatar right here. But secondly, we're going to go to My Avatar, and here is where your avatars that you already created would be. You can see that I only have one, and it's tutorial. If you guys would like to create one, you can come over here. And what this avatar means is basically your perfect customer for your product or for whatever you are offering. So pay really close attention to these questions, because there is a lot of them, as you guys can see, and they are very specific. So just answer them the best you guys can, as would your perfect customer be, just because you create scripts for this ideal avatar profile. And this step is very important for the process. Since I already have one avatar, I'm not going to create one right now, just because there's a lot of questions to be filled. I'm not going to go over all of them. But once you're in the last one, you can just click on save, and it will be saved to My Avatar area, just like this one. Once you create it, you can edit it over here. You can duplicate it, and you can also delete it. If you click edit, it's going to take you to the questions page as the step 1 through 6. But since we already done that, we're just going to go to generate script. Over here is where you can choose if you want a personal development script, if you want internet marketing, local business, health and fitness, and all of these over here. For this example, I'm just going to choose internet marketing. For My Avatar, we're going to select tutorial. If you guys don't have an avatar, you guys will not be able to generate a script. It will not let you save it. So just be sure that you create an avatar before doing this. And over here we can get funnel scripts, webinar scripts, advertising scripts, joint venture scripts, and all of these over here. I'm just going to get a email script. And here you can choose what type of script do you want. I'm just going to select lead magnet welcome email, click on it, and it will give me a template of the email that I selected. So as you guys can see over here, I have all of this written up for me automatically. And you can see you have my name over here because I set it as my name. I didn't put any social media, so we had the NA option over here. But you guys get the point. It will create a perfect email selected to your perfect avatar. And over here on the email page, you can also edit it and add a section. If you click over here on add section, we can add a pre-headline, headline, bullet points, and all of that. I'm just going to add a pre-headline. And once you click on it, it will have a bunch of options. I'm just going to choose the first one, and it will go automatically to my email as they did over here. And just keep in mind, guys, that this is a automated message, so there might be grammar problems or grammar mistakes. Be sure to read everything that the emails say so you guys can see if there's any errors with it. And once you guys do that, you guys can come over here and save script. But first, we're going to go and name our template. We're going to put tutorial again, and we're going to save it. And our template has been saved. Once we do that, we can go to the dashboard, and we can see that our tutorial is saved over here. And if we click on it, it will take us to our template and just load. And as you guys can see, it's right here. We can go back to new avatar so I can show you guys something. For example, if you guys did not want this option over here, you guys could put an A like this. If you guys do not have an answer for it, and it would work perfectly fine. I said that before, but I just wanted to show you guys so you guys see how it will look like. Once you guys done this, you guys pretty much created your avatar and generated your script. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video, we're going to be talking about our SEO report tool and its functionalities. So our SEO report tool is just basically the search engine optimization, and it's used to have a better look of your website's optimization and your website's content. So to start, you want to put your URL and a keyword. I'm just going to put Builderall for this example, and my keyword will be Builderall. Once you click on send, it will show you a report of your website, as we can see over here. And once it's loaded, you can see that the total keyword usage for this page was an 11. We received a grade A with that keyword, and over here on the overview you can see that our critical factors were all hit and our high relevance factors were also all hit. These are the two main ones that you want to get a higher grade or a perfect grade to see the optimization of your website. These three are also important, but they have less relevance on your website. We can go down over here and see that we hit all 4 critical factors. Those are these ones, the high relevance factors, and the moderate relevance factors we hit 8 out of 9. We missed the keyword usage and image alt attribute. If you click on read more, it will give you a little explanation of how to do this or how you can achieve this factor over here. And you can scroll down and see all the other ones that you missed or were not reached. We can also use another keyword, for example, marketing, and you'll see that our grade will change. Well, it didn't change to a B, but you can see that over here it said 11. The total keyword usage for the page is set 11, now it says 8. It just depends on the keyword that you are using and how it relates to the URL. So we can go down and see that we hit all of these. Over here you guys can see that this was different. We were at an 8 out of 9. This was not reached just because our keyword was not used in our URL. So we had Builderall before. Builderall is our URL and it was used as our keyword. Right now it's marketing. It is not used at all in our URL. So this is why we didn't get this score over here. But you guys get the point. And you guys can just keep scrolling down and keep checking another keyword to see your optimization, to see how you would like it, and just mess around with it just to check your website overview and its ranking on search engines. So this is basically it for the SEO report tool. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video we're going to be going over our Share Locker tool and how to set up your Share Locker pop-up. So first we're going to go over here and select which pop-up do we want. I'm just going to select the basic one. Over here is where you can put your title. I'm just going to put tutorial, and you have to link the page that you want people to like or share for them to access your website. So I'm just going to go grab the link for that page. I'm going to paste it over here, paste it over here too, and you can also choose if you want them just to like the page or share it. Like I can turn this off and they'll just have to share it to gain access to my website. I'm just going to put both so you guys can have an idea of it. Over here is where you can put an image to it. I can edit the image on the pop-up and the image that they need to share. Once we do it, we're going to click on generate and save, and this code is going to appear. We need to copy this code so we can put it on the website that we want. So I'm going to copy it and go to our editor. And once we're in the editor, we're going to go over here on the layouts. We're going to select the layout that we want and go to the home page. Click on configure. Go all the way down to page scripts and paste our pop-up script. We're going to save it again over here. And once we do that, it should be live on our website. We're going to go ahead and test it out right now. I'm going to go to Pixel Perfect, click on my website. And here you go. You would need to like or share this picture over here to gain access to my website. I'm just going to select like, and I'm going to like the page. Once I like it, I'll also have to share it. Remember that we put both of them. We're going to go over here and we're going to post to Facebook. Once we post it, we should gain access to our website. And there we go. This is our website that we just tried to access. And this is how you guys create your Share Locker. You guys could do it the same way on these different two over here. It's the same thing as the other one. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial, and today I'm going to show you about our new feature known as SiteBot. This is basically a chat bot for your website that doesn't rely on Facebook, and you can create directly from your back office apps. So we're going to create a new flow here. This is where you'll see the first opening menu, and then you just click create a new flow if you do not have any. Just name it a simple name. And then here you'll be able to edit the name, get the embed code, and as well delete it. And then we'll click on the name to start editing. So you're going to have a welcome message here. It has to be this opening message to ignite the flow. And then you can say something like, "How are you today?" And then the response would be hi or good or great or something like that. We'll just do with good. And then we're going to create another message, which is going to be the first message that requires a direct response. We'll do a text answer. And it's going to be, "May I have your name?" This is going to just collect the name, and it's going to use a tag system as well, which is really great because it'll help you be personal with the clients rather than have like a robot system. The next would be another message that is a text answer. However, instead of a text answer, we're going to choose email so that the email can ignite another bonus feature of the site bot here, which is going to be adding people to your mailing list in Mailing Boss. So if I do the email feature here, I will type the message like this: "Thanks," and then you can click this button here to add the tag username. So it will instead filter the name that they have given on this response in replacement of this tag. Thanks, person's name. May I also have your email so I can send you goodies? And then you're going to put the email tag that you would like. We'll just stick with this one. And we'll click this Mailing Boss integration check here, and then you get to select a list. Now, when they enter their email in this message here, it'll automatically add them to the Mailing Boss list of your choice. So one thing to note here is the way I have this set up right now is that none of these are going to be in a flow because they're not connected. To connect them, all you have to do is make sure that this is highlighted green and then connect a line. And now they are connected like so. So far we've said hello, we've got their name, we've got their email. The next thing we can do is ask them what their intentions are, what they're here for. So we can do a button field, and this button field we're going to ask them what would they like to do. What are you interested in? And we can have multiple choices here. The first button will just make it say affiliate marketing. The second button we can say site building. And the third button we can say email marketing. All of these are predominant features on Builderall. So we connect this to the last message. And now, once they enter this, they will go to the final one that we'll do, which is going to be another button. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and create a bigger window. I did that by using the scroll on my mouse to make the window a little bigger. And then on this button here, the question will say, "Great, that's awesome. Insert username here. Exclamation point. Click this button if you would like a 7-day free trial for Builderall." So this could be where you're going to put your affiliate link. So on the button, instead of step, you click link. I'm just going to have the button say sign up. And then this link, I'm just going to use the default 7 days trial link. But it could be your actual affiliate link. You just go to your affiliate funnels under Builderall Business, and paste the 7 days link or whichever link you would like here. And then when they click this button, they'll be taken directly to your sign up page to be affiliated to you so that you can get the commission and get the lead for that. And also you can link all 3 of these buttons to the same response so that no matter which one of these they click, they'll be able to sign up for the free trial. So this is a general overview and a general flow, basically to get an idea of how it's going to go. If you highlight one of the lines, you can delete it with this garbage can as well. And that's just to delete the link. There are a couple of other fields here as well. Phone number field, you'd use that if you're using the SMS. The text message field, I can add one of those really quick. And it's kind of like a closing message. Thank you, username, for visiting my site. And then you just connect it again. But wait, have you noticed that the end of this, there is no way to link because this is going to be the end of the flow. So this message will not be able to be linked to anything other than one of these. So if we go back to one of these and we add a second button or another button, and this button will say, I'm not interested, then we can connect this button to this message as an alternative. And then they will just stop the flow right then. Or they could continue it again with something else if you would like to continue this to a different type of result. But the main result would be to get them to go to your affiliate link. Okay, so now that we've gotten through this, we can test the flow and see what it looks like. I'll click the preview here. So we're going to just practice with it and see what it's like when it talks to me. Save changes, preview. Here we go. So how are you today? I'm good. May I have your name? I'll put my name here. And it's going to load. Thanks, Johnny. May I also have your email? So you can see that it referred to me directly by name, which is a really cool feature. I enter my email. And then it says, what am I interested in? So we'll test this twice to show you what it would be like. I'll click site building. Great, that's awesome, Johnny. Click this button if you like a 7-day free trial. If I click sign up, it gives me the link. And then I would click this link and it would take me to the website. I will reload it now and we can try it a second time to go through and show you what that other option would be like. This time I'll be Bob. It doesn't have to be a real email for this test. I'm just going to do this as a test. And I'll say, I'm not interested. Thank you, Bob, for visiting my site. So that's basically how this flow would work. If I go back to the flow builder now, I can get the embed code. We'll keep this here. I'll go back to my website and I can show you how it would look like when you apply it to your website. Okay, now on this window, you're going to go to the apps here and go to the add HTML. And here we're just going to expand it to make sure there's plenty of room. I right click and go to edit, delete this filler text here, go back to the site bot, and then I will just copy this code, or I can click this button over here. When I go and paste it in here, we confirm. We already can see that it has been applied. And now that it is here, All you have to do is put this where you want. A lot of people I would recommend doing, if you right click, you can pin the element and you can do a manual pin. And it'll be pinned here when you view the live site. So if I go to preview, no matter where I go on the website, it's just going to stay here. All right, so that's basically our general overview of the SiteBot. I hope you guys find this tool useful. And of course, if you guys have any other questions, you may contact support and refer to any of the other tutorials we have. Have a wonderful day.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video we're going to be looking at our SMS messaging tool. So first, once you click on it, it's going to take you to this page over here where you're going to see your SMS balance, and over here you can buy credits. So if you click to buy credits, it's going to take you to this page. You can buy $20, $50 and $200. You can also buy multiple of them if you want more. But once you buy your credits, you can go back over here and then they're going to show up right here. Once you have credits, you can go to categories to start creating your category. I already created one over here. It says tutorial, but if you want to create a new one, it's just going to ask you for the name. It's pretty simple. But once you're back over here, you can click on this little icon over here to go to the person configuration. You can rename it and you can also delete it. We're going to go over here and click on this first one over here so we can see our people list. Over here is your category name and your people's list. Over here is going to be the name of everybody that is linked with your SMS messaging. And here you can add them to your category. For example, if I click on it, they'll be added to my category. You can add as many as you like. This category is just somewhere where you can connect everybody to the same thing, so you don't have to manually select who you're going to send your message to. So for example, if you go on send SMS, you could just select the category tutorial that everyone on that category will be selected, or you can select one by one over here on people's. It just makes it easier for it to be a category. But before that, we also have this option over here where you can register someone to your list, and you can also delete them or rename them. Next up, we're going to have SMS pricing table. Right over here is where you can see how much are you going to pay per message. Just keep in mind that it's per message sent. So if you send the same message to 20 people in Algeria, you will pay this amount times 20. And if you want to look up a country, you can just go over here, for example, United States, and it will show up right here. Next up is where you can send your SMSs. Over here, I already shown you guys this. You can also buy your credits over here. And here's where you're going to type in your message. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And once you guys typed your message, you can click on send and your message will be sent. Just keep in mind that you need to buy credits before sending any type of messages. This is a basic overview of our SMS messaging tool. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video, we're at our social proof tool and we're going to see how to create a campaign and how to test your campaign also. So I already created a campaign over here. I'm just going to edit, but if you guys would like to create one, you just create campaign. It is going to take you to the same place as mine already created. So once you click on it, it is going to take you to this page. So once you're in this page, you can name your campaign over here. You don't have to worry too much about this name. Only you can see this. So you can just name whatever you would like. You can select the type. Over here, I'm going to select drag and drop site builder contact form because I'm using a email contact form in my website. Over here, it needs to be your website domain, and this is the live version of your website, not the editor version. Just keep that in mind. You can also set a logo. I'm just going to put the Builderall logo for this one, but again, only you can see this, so only you will be able to see the logo. So if you want to skip this, it's completely fine. Over here, you can select if you want to show the more button after your pop-up. So over here, as you guys can see, this more, it would be that button. I'm just going to select this so I show you guys. And you can also enable the pop-up on mobile devices. Next up, you can set your campaign description and the theme. If I want to set it to white, I can. Green, all these 5 colors over here, I can choose from it. I'm just going to select dark and leave it like that. And I'm going to save. Once you save it, your test campaign will be over here. Your logo will change if you set a logo. And to add it to your website, you need to go on code. And we're going to be looking at the first code and the second code. The first code, we're going to copy it and go to our editor, and we're going to put it on our head script of our page. We're going to save it. And after that, we're going to go over here, add a HTML box. Click on it. Click on edit. And over here, we're going to paste this code over here, the second one. Delete everything, paste it, and click confirm. Our notification should pop up, and there you go. Once it's here, you can pin it to a corner like this. We're going to click on pin corner, click over here, or any of the corners that you would like, and click in the middle, up there, up on the left. I'm just going to select on the bottom right, and I'm going to close it. We can preview over here to see how it will look like. I can scroll down and my notification will still stay on that corner, will not move. We're going to return to edit. There you go. The notification will be right here. We can go back to proof and see that our clients, we have this ABAA that I just put that we saw on the editor. Once we go on preview, you can see that ABAA over here. And we can also remove our campaign. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video we're going to be looking at our video funnel creator tool. So once you are on the tool, it's going to take you to this page over here where you can see your project's name, the creation date, and the options over here. But to start off, we're going to add a project. I'm going to insert the name. I'm just going to set tutorial. And once you add it, it's going to take you to this page over here where you can start creating your video funnels. So over here, we're going to add a new video. You can choose a video from YouTube or upload from your computer. I'm just going to upload from my computer. And you can click OK. Once it's ready, it's going to go straight to your screen. We're just going to do another one so I can show you guys how to connect them together. You click OK over here. And once the videos are on your screen, you can start adding the new tags. Over here, we're going to add a new tag. You can set the tag title. I'm just going to set it like that. Over here, you can select the type. If you want it to go to a URL, a website. If you want to call phone, send an email, or navigate to new funnel step. We're going to use this one over here. And here you can change the icon if you want to. You can move it around. You can set the size how you would like it. I'm just going to put it on the top corner over here. You can select the start time and if you want it to the end of the video. Once you do that, we're going to click on save. And you can see right here, our tag is added. And to link this video to this one over here, I just need to drag this and it is linked. If I want to create another tag that takes from this video to this video again, I just have to do the same thing. Add a new tag, new funnel. Over here, I'm just going to leave the same size and we're just going to drag it out. So once we're in this video, we click on this tag, it's going to take us to this video. Once you click on this tag, it's going to take us back to the video. Once you're done editing, you can save your changes. Once it's saved, you can get the code, for example, just the link if you just want the link, or you can get the iframe, for example, for your pixel perfect HTML box. Once you get your code, you can also share it over here on Facebook or on Twitter. You just need to put a title and a description. Over here, you can see a preview of your project, and here you can see your other projects. It's going to take you to the first page. And here you also have the options to share it again, to get the code, to edit it, or to delete it. This is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial, and today I'm going to show you our new video tag tool. With this tool, you'll be able to put tag images on top of your videos that people can do certain actions such as call a phone number, email an email, or go to a website. So if I click add project, I'm just going to do a simple name, and I already have a YouTube link to use. You can also upload a video from your computer for this. I'll click add, and then I'll click the pencil to edit the tags. So here we can add 3 different types of tags. We have the call tag, email tag, and website tag. With the call one here, I'll give it a title, and then we'll call a phone number. If they're accessing this from a computer, it will most likely open up FaceTime if it's an Apple product. Or if they're viewing this from a phone, it will obviously open up their phone application. You can have this start from a certain time in the video. I'll do 10 seconds, and then I'll have it last for 10 seconds. And now while I'm viewing this video, I go to the 10-second mark, you'll see that it is displayed. I can edit the location of this on this screen here by moving it like so. And I can also change the size. Note this is a very sensitive tool here. So I'm just going to drag it ever so slightly to make it kind of small. Next, I'll add an email tag. With this one, it's going to just say email us. And then I'll use an email here. Again, I will have this start this time from 20 seconds in and last for the same amount of time, 10 seconds. Now, if I were to go to the 20-second mark of my video, it will appear in the same place. We don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to move it and then also very slightly change the size and put this over here on this side of the video. And then finally, we can do the website tag. Visit our website. The URL, I'll just use Google. And then I will have this one start from 0 seconds and last to the end of my video. This one I will make very discreet. I can put this down here in the bottom right, and this will always be there. I will show you the example now. If I go back to the beginning of this video and click play, the visit our website option is here. If we let it play along, if I get to the 10-second mark, the call us is going to be there. The 20-second mark, the email us is going to be there. And then at any other point in time, the visit our website section will be here. Okay, now we're going to save our progress and click embed video. You have a URL to the video, or you can use the iframe option. I'll copy this iframe, and within the Pixel Perfect site builder, you can go to apps and HTML. Here, I will just go to edit. I'll paste the HTML I've been provided, the iframe, and I will put it here. It's going to be a rather large video, so make sure that your iframe window is big enough. And if I go to preview here while viewing my site, I click play. It'll have the options display here on the example. "10 seconds in, it will display the call us, and 20 seconds in, it will display the email. And if I were to click one of these, I'll do the website, for example, it will just take me to the URL I have selected. Okay, guys, so that is basically everything you need to know about our new video tag tool. I hope you guys enjoy this tool, and I hope you guys found the video very helpful to you. And everyone, have a great day.
Hi, it's Terry Stevenson from the Builderall team, and in this training video we're going to learn all about Builderall's amazing video wrapper tool. And you can tell I love the video wrapper. I've got quite a list. They're a lot of fun and they are a bit addictive, I'll warn you now. They can be anyway. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to add a project. Name the project, and let's call this one Fruit Shop. We might make more than one fruit shop, so we'll just name this Fruit Shop 1. And we add our project, And you'll find it then. You'll scroll down to the bottom of your list, and it's usually the last one on your list. Here it is, Fruit Shop 1. Here is the date your video is being created. And then you'll see 3 icons here all the way to the right. Of course, you have the trash can if I want to delete the project entirely. I have a pencil here, and that's where you edit the project. And here with the check mark and the cloud, this is where you can get the encoded results once we have them. You can come here and download any results. But I'll show you that again after we make a video. For now, we're going to open this project by clicking on the edit icon, the pencil, and that opens up our canvas. We have our title up here of our project, and here we have our options. There are 4 categories, 4 tabs, and then we have a preview screen on the right-hand side and some more buttons down here. Let's start over here on the Options tab. The first thing you'll notice, we can determine the project width and the project height. So I can choose to make this video any size that I want, really. I can make it a landscape video. I can make it a square video. That was what we saw at first. I can make it a vertical video. It's up to me to decide what size of a canvas I'm working on. And that's one of the really amazing things that makes this tool so adaptable. You can configure your video to the specific size of whatever social platform you intend to publish it on. So we can configure our project width and height for the optimal sizes on each social media platform. And it really doesn't even take that much time to create these, so you can have several different versions even. Let's just work with a square on this video and leave it at the 1000 by 1000. Right below it, you see a color picker here, and this is going to determine the color of your canvas. It's really easy to operate. You just click on the canvas, and then you can choose any of these colors. You just choose the color, or you can also customize your colors by just pasting in any hex code. Like this is the hex code of the color we used when we created the Fruit Shop website. So it's a branding color. Generally, I use branding colors in a little different way, but every video is different. You just don't know. So that's one thing to know, is you can choose your colors and customize them right here. Even if I plan on having a white background or a transparent background, I generally always start with a color on the canvas. It just makes it easier for me to find things on the canvas. So I'll put something usually light like that in, unless I'm using white. So that's the options. On the next tab, you find your video. And right now, we have a Choose File button. We haven't chosen a file. This is where you're going to upload your video. The larger your video, the longer it's going to take to upload. That's why I wanted to choose something very short that we could upload quickly. So I'm going to choose a file, and I'll come to the folder I dropped those downloads from Pixabay in. And let's see, where do we want to start? Let's start with the vegetable stand. And I'm going to select it and open it. And it's going to upload this video to the server. So you have to be patient while it does that. And remember, the longer your video, the larger your video, the longer it's going to take. So be patient. This one's really not doing too badly. It's going very quickly. And boom. So now we have our video uploaded, and it's on the canvas. It just plops it down here on the canvas. And you can see we can move it around. We can, we can do all kinds of crazy things with it. we can resize it just like that. So we have our video. Well, we'll just leave it like that for right now. The next tab over is objects. And the objects are the things we're going to put on the canvas in addition to the video. Whether that's an image, whether that's text, it really doesn't matter. These are considered objects. Let's add an image. Let's add the logo. So we're going to add an image, and we're going to get the file from my computer. So I come to my Fruit Shop website folder, and I'm going to add the logo here. So there's the logo, and I'm going to open it, and it's put it there. It's just hard to see. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it really pretty good size. Or maybe I'll put it at the bottom. And since this is white, you see how I remember when I was telling you I always start with a lighter color, but if I'm working with white, I change it. I'm going to go back to the options page, and I'm going to make a darker color under there just so I can find my text, because I think I will use the white text. Now, one thing you'll notice, you can move this around. You could have it on top of the video, actually. You could do that. And that's one way of putting a watermark on your video, is to include an overlay image like this. And that's what this is. It's an image with a transparent background, which means it's a PNG image. And that's an easy way to watermark your videos. Just add your logo or some kind of watermark and then render it with the watermark. So that's a great tip. We can place this anywhere, but for right now, it just seems to me, I think this is the right place for it. Now let's come back to objects, because in the objects category, we also have text. So let's click on text and add some text to this image. It brings up a card, and over here you have your preview screen. So this is where you add your text. So let's put in some text. Let's just use local and organic. It's something very simple, and I had my caps on, so it's all caps at the moment. That's okay. And as you can see, it's left justified at the moment. Right there is the text alignment. And I have Georgia for the text. You have a limited amount of fonts, but we can change the fonts. How about, let's try something different. And let's change it to center. Move it to right. It's going to move it over there. And this slider changes size. And you'll want to be aware of that, because when you make it too big, you can see what happens. So I generally, especially if I'm going to center something, make it large as it'll let me. And then come down here and you can choose your color. Let's choose white for this. Of course, I know white is F, 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 F. So now we can't see our white text here, but we add the text, and it places it generally up here in this corner. For that reason, I try to keep my images away from there until I'm finished adding my objects. But I can take this text and I can make it larger, a little larger here. I can reposition it. I can have it on the middle of the video like this. But let's just make this really big. I'm just trying to give you a basic understanding of how easy this is. I'll let you get very creative with it. So we've added some text. I'm going to make my logo just a little bit bigger and allow it to come up over this video a little bit. Now I might want to put some kind of a call to action information, whether it's the website or whether it's the phone number. So maybe I'll make that a little smaller, because I think I'll just add some more text and we'll put the website in there. Oh, I didn't mean to have that all in caps. So we have our website in there. Let's go ahead and, well, this one is going down here on the bottom. I don't mind if it's left justified at all. I think I'll use a different font though. Maybe something, well, let's just try that. Why not? Make it a little larger, a little too large. Maybe I'll make it bold, change it to white, and add the text. And it's there. It's hard to see. You can't see it, I'm sure. But I can move it down. You know, I really have changed my mind now, because I think what I want to do is I'm going to remove this text, and that's easy enough to do too. So I'm going to remove the selected object. I have this text box highlighted, so I'm going to remove it. I don't want it white. Instead, I'm going to use the branding color of the Fruit Shop website, which is that fire brick red, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bold it, which means I need to back that text size down a bit and add text. I just want to see how this looks. So really the best thing to do is to play around with it, just have some fun with it. I don't know, I might think about changing that background color a little bit. Let's see what happens when you make it really dark. What happens when you make it entirely black. So once you're happy with it, we're going to save our project. We'll get an alert that says it has been saved. Click OK. And then we're going to want to encode the video. So that'll take a moment. You'll have to be patient. It's actually creating the video. But that was only a few seconds, and boom, our video's up. This is the preview video, and there it is. So if you can imagine, it's only 12 seconds long, but it's eye-appealing. It's very easy. It's very fast. If you like what you see, all you do is hit the download button, just like that, and it downloads that right to your desktop where you can rename it, and then you can post it wherever you like. To close the preview screen, you close it, and now this version of this video is in your list. But let's take a look at the live version. So I'm going to open it, and this is what we see. How cool is that? And it's so quick and fast. Let's do another one. So we've already saved our project, but just to make sure, I'm going to save it again, and then I'm going to close the editor. That takes us back to our video wrapper screen, and we can add another project. We'll just call it Fruit Shop 2 and add it. And it brings us back to our video wrapper page, and we see our Fruit Shop 1 video is down here at the bottom of the list. It gives us the date it was created, and we still have all of these options here. But we're going to create another one really fast and add a project. Let's just call this Fruit Shop 2. Add the project, find it at the bottom of our list, and we're going to edit it. And we have a blank screen. I have an idea, so I'm going to leave this at white at the moment. But let's add a video. Go back to our folder. And here's the images we downloaded from Pixabay. I have an idea for this fruit video, so we'll choose that. And even though this is on a white background, you can see where it's landing. I want to make sure this one goes edge to edge. I have a specific idea for this video, and I'm going to move it all the way to the top. I'm going to go ahead and bring in an object. So I'm going to add an image to this one. Remember, when you're adding images in the video wrapper, you're not going to your digital file repository. You're going and grabbing the images from your computer. You can come to the library, but it's a limited library. Right now we just have an apple and a lemon there. So we'll just go to a file on your computer to find any images or any of your assets and your other objects that you're going to add to the project. So you'll need to know where those are on your computer. I suggest making folders for each project and knowing where you have them. So I'm going to find the file I want, and in this case I'm going to choose this file that we used on the top banner in the Fruit Shop website. Now it's very large, of course, at the moment, but I'm going to shrink it down and shrink it down, and I'm going to make it as wide as my canvas. I kind of want to make more berries on this than crate, so I can make it as large as I want. In fact, I think I'll just go ahead and make it large enough to go right across the remaining portion of our canvas. So even though you can't see it, the video is there. I also want, let's go back to the options and change the color of our background just to make sure that we are staying within the canvas on this project. So let's change it to something really wild. We look good, otherwise we would be seeing the green around the edges. So I can come back here to objects. Let's add another object. Let's add the logo. It's going to put it up here somewhere. Let's move our, there it is. And we'll bring it down here in the bottom. We want to make sure our video is identified with the fruit shop. And I'm going to make it really large. I have a specific idea. And I'm going to add one more object. I'm going to add some text. Let's choose a font. Let's choose something different this time. How about, okay, let's try Tahoma. I don't know. And I'm going to center it, and I'm going to add my text. This time I'm going to say the berries are in. I'm going to capitalize all the berries. I'm going to bold it. I'm going to change the color to our brand color, our Firebrook red. I'm going to make sure it's as large as it can be, because remember, we don't want to go too large or it becomes, because this is an object, not a text field. That's the difference. We're using this text as an object now, and we're going to make sure it fits on the line that I want it to fit in. We're going to add the text. Here's our text. And I'm kind of guessing right now, but I'm going to make it large. I want it to go all the way across this screen. Oh, we lost it. Let me bring it back over here and pull it down. Put our video back into place. See how useful that green becomes when you're aligning? Because I want to carefully make sure that this is placed kind of in the center of the video. We're going to see how this works. I'm going to drop it there. Let's go ahead and save the project, and let's encode the video and take a look at it. And there's our video. So let's play it and see what it looks like. So what do you think? I'm going to download this just because I want to keep it. Now there are other things that I might add to this or redesign in a way. One of the things I want to do with this video is in the training video for the video tag. So pay attention, because I'm going to create a training video for the video tag, and I want to use this video and put a video tag on this video where when you post it, there'll be a button where they can call in and order their berries. So take a look at that training video, and we'll continue to use this particular video wrapper in that training. But let's close this. Another option that you could have is we could make this a little smaller. And now let's come over to this tab that we haven't talked about yet, and that's the subtitles. In the I don't use subtitles a lot because I really don't want to spend the time that it takes to set them up properly. They can be a little tricky to set up. I'm going to just put a couple subtitles in here so you can see how to use them. We have our video in the preview frame over here, and we can add our subtitles here. And it's always going to be down here, so you have to be aware of that. And you have to be aware that it's going to show up in black. So you're going to have to think about that when you're designing the front of your video. And I'll show you how we can do that when we go back. Let's add our subtitles first though. So add a subtitle. The very first subtitle, let's have start. It's only 14 seconds long. We come over here to subtitle under the text column. We put in our subtitle. In this case, it's a call today. I'm going to have it start at, we only have 14 seconds. So let's start at 3 and go to 7. And remember, these are in seconds. So that's 0.3 seconds. So I'm going to make the third second. The duration, I'm going to have it end at second 7. So I'm going to put 7 in there. Let's add another subtitle, and let's put their phone number in there. And we'll have it start at 8 and go to 14. I make sure I have all of this set up properly. I have my call today starting at second 1 and going for 6 seconds to second 7. The phone number appearing on second 8 and running through the end of the video. So now I can preview it. Let's see what happens. Call today, and then it switches to the phone number. So let's go back to our objects page, because now I want to change the size of this a bit. I'm going to make this about that size. I'm going to pull my logo back on top of that image. I'm going to come back to the options and change this to white now. I have my subtitles in. So let's save the project. Let's encode the video. Here's our video. So let's see what it looks like. Berries are coming down. We have our subtitle, call today. And then the berries are falling with the phone number. We can download it. Close our editor. How fast was that? And you see, it's a very creative way to put something together very quickly. Maybe the shipment of berries just came in that morning and boom, you've got something out on social media promoting the product right away with a call to action even. And this is just using the subtitles. Remember, I'm going to show you in the video tag training how to add an actual button, a link on the video where they can click and make that phone call or go directly to your web page or whatever call to action that you're going to choose for that video wrapper. There are so many ways to use the video wrapper, and I don't want to make this video so long by demonstrating each and every aspect of it. And quite frankly, they're limitless, I'm sure. I do want to show you a couple of examples of things that I think you need to know. And one of them is using overlays. So I'm going to take you to a video wrapper I created, and I find the title. I can come over here to the encoded results, click on it, and I can pull that up and let you see that here just by clicking on that. So what I wanted to show you was this particular video because it gives you an example of how to use an overlay. I'm going to make this larger for the moment. We'll come back to play it though. If you can see how I have this transparent image here on the video wrapper project, this object is actually a transparent PNG image of a bioacoustic graph. And that allows this graphical element to be positioned just slightly over the edge of the video. So you're getting that effect as it's playing. I also like to make sure you notice that you can create any size video you want. I could have even made it smaller to leave the rest of the canvas for designing whatever kind of message you're wanting to design. Put whatever kind of information in that space, however you like. In this particular video, it has music and it also has some text in the video. It's a promotional video from the Institute. So if you're able to get resources like that from clients, or if you have any, or if you create them yourselves, they're really not that hard to create once you know how. It's very easy to create a video like this. You have your client send you the resource, or you find the resource, and then add an overlay on it if you want, design it, and boom. But I'm going to make this smaller and let you see how that plays. I won't play it all, but you can see as you're watching the video, you're getting the text and the music. And I actually published this video wrapper on my webpage. That's why I wanted the white background. It's a white background on the page. They're a lot of fun to use in many creative ways. So let's close that one. I'd like to show you this video because this was just that situation. I'm going to bring up this video because that's exactly what happened. And it only took me 15 minutes. The client sent me the video. It took me 15 minutes to create this promotional video. So we'll click on it and I'll go ahead and play it. So you see it's short and sweet and really effective at grabbing the attention of the viewer on social media. What happened is the client literally sent this video to me, and 15 minutes later I sent them their rendered video of this, and they were able to jump right into a promotion that was going on that day. It's really powerful. And not to mention, you can charge for these services. This is a great Fiverr gig. This is a great gig whether you're on Fiverr or not. So let's close out of that. You can do a lot of fun, creative things. I've made birthday videos for people and posted it on their social media. I'll show you one more because it's a shout out as well to all my fellow certified partner students. When I completed my tasks and became a certified partner, I made myself this video. How fun is that? And you can have a lot of fun with this amazing tool.
Hello guys, welcome to a tutorial, and today I'm going to show you our webinar app here on Builderall and how to create your own webinars. So here you're going to see this menu and you're just going to click New Webinar. Here you're just going to give it a simple name and a simple description. You have the option to protect with password, but we'll just bypass this for now and I'll create the webinar. You're going to bring up the editing menu here. Here you'll be able to give it a name, this description. You already did this, but it lets you edit it at any time. If you've already got a live link that you plan on using for a different service, you can put it here. If you have a recorded link, you can put that here as well for something you might have already recorded. The email signature is something like your full name. And then again here you can choose to protect it with password and change the format from US to European. For content, you can choose to use a YouTube video, an iframe from something you've already created, a video you've already created for your computer, or any of the webinars that you record with our tool. If I choose to open the streaming tool here, it'll open up our streaming tool. You would check if you wanted to stream to RTMP. You would check here if you wanted to record to your recorded webinars, and you can check here if you're going to have a room for people to participate in a live stream. If I were to open this tool, it would bring up a new screen where you would have to allow your camera and your microphone, and then you'll be able to start streaming there. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to open that, but you would get the picture. You would just click here, it would open up, and then you just begin recording, or it could be a live stream to people for people to see live. And then also here to note that the disable controls, if you want to disable people from pausing or fast forwarding or anything like that, you can check here. To schedule, you can set the duration that you plan on having the webinar be, or a set duration for a live stream for it to end. Typically people do this around 30 minutes or depending on how long a meeting would be. Then to schedule it, it could be on demand, meaning they'd be able to watch it at any time. It could start by a time. You could schedule it based on a certain time for it to start. And then also you can start by a button, meaning that they will click a button such as this that will open up the webinar. The chat settings here, you'll be able to enable the chat or disable the chat feature. A lot of people do the chat as it gives your customers and your clients a way to communicate with each other. The pre-moderation, you could check this or uncheck this if you want it to be pre-moderated. You can save the chat history by clicking this. You can clear the comments every 24 hours, meaning that they will automatically refresh every day a new empty comment section. And then this is where you can have ghost users. You can click edit, and then you can even set names and times for these ghost users to log on, so to speak, by giving them a name and even a message that you want them to say. You can set the height of the chat by a certain percentage and also the max amount of messages that you'll allow in the chat board. If we go to statistics, this is going to give you some general statistics on the webinar that you've created. Over time, this will change depending on when you broadcast your webinar. A couple other things here. We have the Mailing Boss public and private key. You would use these for a list if you wanted to integrate your webinar, and the people that join it will be added to a Mailing Boss list. A lot of times people have to enter an email and a name to join this anyways. So you would use these keys and it would add them to a list that corresponds with these keys. Also for Mailing Boss tracking, if you're using Mailing Boss tracking services using the Mailing Boss integration key, you can put your Mailing Boss integration key here. Any reference tags that you'd be using that you would want to correspond with your webinar, and it would work with the webinar in that way. And then finally, this is where you can translate some of the words that will appear on the webinar. If you want to change the way that they will appear for a certain language, you can just type out the separate language here, and then it would show up on the live event in a different language. And then once you're done editing the webinar and you have it on this screen, all you're going to need to know here is that you can delete it, go back to edit it. You can use this is going to give you the embed code and the ID and the secrets. So this is what you're going to input when you go to the builder and you're going to select the webinar tool. You're going to input these into there so it will display your webinar. And then this right here is going to be the administrative menu, where you'll kind of be able to see what it looks like when they view it from the website or wherever you have it displayed. So that basically wraps up the webinar. I hope you guys enjoy this tool, and of course, have a great day.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial video. On this video, we're at our WhatsApp messaging app or our Builderall Zap tool. And we're going to be seeing on how to connect your WhatsApp and send messages to whoever you would like. So first, once you click on the tool, it's going to bring you to the dashboard. And on the dashboard, you can see a little overview of your account. For example, the messages waiting to be sent, the messages waiting to be resent, posted this month, uploaded today, your errors, and your errors this month. And over here, if you had any messages already sent, they would show up over here. Next up, we have the messenger, and just read this carefully because you do not want your number banned. So once you're here, just read the terms of service if you want to use this. You can click continue. And this is just a little messenger for WhatsApp. You can put the cell phone number and write the message over here. This is more of a quicker way. Next up, we're going to have settings. And over here is where you want to verify authentication for your WhatsApp. This is basically just as you would do it for your WhatsApp web. You would want to click over here and just follow these on your phone over here, just as you would set up WhatsApp web. Once you're in your phone, you can click authenticate and the QR code is going to show up. You can scan it with your phone just like I just did, and it will automatically log in. Once you did that, you can click ready and your phone will be connected. It is going to say keep your phone connected. Once it's connected, you can start sending your text messages. I'm just going to send it one right here. And just keep in mind that the phone number needs to be like this, like the example. If you forget some spacing, it will not work. So just put the +1 for United States and the number. The message is going to be, hello, this is a test. and we're going to send. Once you click on send, it is going to appear over here on the message queue, the ID, the phone number, the message, and its status, and the date. We can see in the status it says waiting, because it's waiting to be sent. It's probably processing. It takes a little bit. We just refreshed, and we're going to go to WhatsApp web so you guys can see my message that I just sent. And as you guys can see, we're here on the WhatsApp web, and my message was sent at 3:57. And as you guys can see, our message was sent at the time that we sent. It was 3 minutes ago when we sent it, and it shows over here, hello, this is a test. And this is pretty much how you guys set up and send your messages through WhatsApp. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. This is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day.